What's going on, people? TroopzTV. Back again. Back our blood clot again, you understand? Episode 297 of Back Again. Make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe to the blood clot thing. You know what I'm saying? Big up the chat as always, blood. You understand? Big up the mods them. You get me? Big up the man them as well, blood. You understand? It's been a quiet-ish week, blood. You understand? We're not that late today as well. You get me? Only 14 minutes late today, blood. You understand? So it's an improvement on last week. All the man them turn up on time, but these lot are weirdos, blood. They turn up on time and then leave the stream for 5 minutes, blood. You get me? So
coffee tax. My bad.
Don't say these lot. Point out which of the lot was it that's not ready with a camera on.
You just pull up playing Eminem every week. You get me?
That's not the point. I'm here. You could switch off music.
You are here.
Lawless stands up half naked, goes for a shit, and Lewis goes make his breakfast while we're all sat here waiting.
He's always bringing something to the panel.
That's okay, but I'm sat here listening to
I can't make a little coffee, wake myself up mentally for the stream.
It is because if I come to
unbelievable. You want to criticize my choice of music instead of saying, you know, Hussam turned up on time with a camera, with a light, with the coffee already ready in his fucking hand. You get me? That doesn't say that.
Me, I don't wake up 10 minutes before the stream. Oh, whoop-de-doo.
Yeah, serious. Like, we don't do the stream earlier for you. You know what I'm saying? This is to suit you, by the way. Let's just clarify that.
There you are. You do it earlier for me.
I knew he was going to say that. See?
We do this.
Says who? You do it earlier for me.
We do this earlier for you.
Troops has to take his kid to practice today.
Yo, Troops could do this.
See how I know you don't pay attention
I got to do school run first.
You could do it.
Yeah, school run and practice.
Nighttime. We don't.
Nighttime when? Nighttime when?
9 p.m., 10 p.m.
Brother Troops is a dad and he has a family. You think he's here for your bullshit at midnight?
It is that he said 9 p.m., 10 p.m. That's not midnight, man.
9 p.m., 10 p.m. He's spending time with his family.
That's not midnight.
You ain't got kids. Yeah, exactly. You ain't got kids, so you can't relate.
I don't have
Troops, do you do the stream early for me?
Yes, it's for you. It suits you.
Yes. Is your name Troops? Let him answer.
It suits everyone.
It suits
hold that.
We do this for you. No, I don't really suit
not how Sam.
Yeah, to be fair, it helps you stream at 3 p.m. most days.
Because you lot always make me move the times to benefit you lot.
It don't benefit me at this time. This is the only time I stream this early is to do this. What are we talking about? And leave on the stream. So this don't suit me.
This guy's sleeping.
So what are we talking about here? Bear in mind, I work.
Yeah, exactly.
So you're the smallest least out of everyone.
Exactly. Wait, I work nights and
so you're the one that it's a problem for.
Yes, exactly. But I still get up and do the shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't complain like, yo, can we do it? Anytime man say in the group chat, whatever time I say, yeah, cool. So let's not.
Yeah, Flawless don't moan still. It's always you two little beavers.
Yeah, I won't even front. I need it to be patterned on a thing that's suitable for me. But I ain't complaining. I don't have to wait 10 minutes for you to go get a shit. I don't give a damn.
Let's just clarify.
I apologize. I'm a little bit of a big deal, you know, so I have a full schedule. Fixed for a whole week, so I need this thing to be fixed.
That's for a whole week.
I just need my mid-afternoons clear. Past that, I don't give a damn.
This Hussam guy chats the most shit, blood. I've been trying to pattern this thing for a week before, yeah. This guy be like, yalla, ask me 2 days before Friday. Yalla, why you ask me Saturday? Yalla. Now he wants to say, yalla, I am busy. Yalla, I have yalla. There you are.
Yeah.
So you just said yalla and there you are 5 times in a row, and you think you did something.
What do you mean? I broke down the
said the two. Hey, the only thing missing is Habibi. Say Habibi, might as well. You know, score the hat trick. Score the hat trick of Tappins like Nunez and think you've done something. Go ahead.
So yes, just to clarify to people what I don't complain about the time.
Flawless, clarify. Let it go.
No, because you want to start now.
You woke up at 1 p.m. Wow. How bad of a life you live. Wow. You woke up at 1 p.m. There's people who are into their 5th hour of work right now. There are firefighters, police officers, teachers.
Is it low?
Yeah, those are people with real jobs, bro. Like you're doing a stream at 1 p.m. Who cares?
Don't do that now, because I work night. So let's not do that. So this is not normal hours for me. This is earlier for me. I'm cutting.
Yeah, okay, that's a you problem.
What was we talking about? Yes, because I do it for the show and more so for the people. I'm not a diva like you. That's
yeah. And Friday's a day I don't like to stream in, but I do it for the people. No
You know
problem.
what I'm saying? We could move it from Friday. You know what I'm saying? Like we could have that discussion.
No, we don't have to move
As
it
long
from
as the
Friday.
mid-afternoons are clear, I'm easy.
That's what I'm
It's
talking
good
about.
the way it is right now. No need to move.
And there we go. And who goes to work and starts straight on time anyway? None of
And I
us
need
do.
it like that. There you are.
There you are.
If I ever make merch, it will be properly announced, aka there you are.
It won't
Don't
sell
say
them,
there.
blood, because
Is
nobody
I'm
will
not
buy it,
Egyptian.
blood. Nobody will buy
Don't
it,
worry
bro.
about my people. My people will buy my shirts. Don't worry
What do you
about
mean?
that.
The man are literally saying, there you are. Look.
I don't care what they say. They're saying it wrong.
Look the gimmick.
Look, there you are. There
I
you
don't.
are.
I don't say
See?
there you are. I say there you are.
Look,
That's right.
man even said Z you are, blood. Like the ovone, I like. You have anything in the ovone?
I never
When
said
he said that at the start, yo, this guy's a dick. Yo. When this guy said
Never
that,
said, I never said
the show is
ovone.
an idiot.
That's
Yo.
an Italian thing. I'm not Italian.
This
You get me?
This guy's an idiot.
I said
yo.
oven, man.
No, you never. You said
an
ovone.
idiot,
No, I said
That's an
oven.
idiot.
Now you're saying it proper.
Brother, I said oven. I know what I said.
This guy's an idiot. Yo.
So I speak
Oh
3
my
languages.
days.
So you can all hold that.
Oi.
This guy's a dick. Yo.
Man, them, how are we, blood? You get me? Husab. What's good, fam?
How are we, lad? I'm good, alhamdulillah. Friday. You know, great day to stream at 1 p.m. because it suits all 4 of us. Make sure you guys are liking the video. Make sure you guys are subscribing to TroopzTV. And yeah, we're back again. Let's go.
Flawless.
Yeah, man's blessed. I'm all good. Apart from Hassan's bitching and moaning per usual about the time. Yeah, man's all good. Yeah, watched the new episode of Power. So gassed about that. You know what I'm saying? NBA Finals Game 1 wasn't too good, but here we are. You know what I'm saying? Here we are. And
What
yeah,
was the score? I didn't even watch it.
Yo,
Told you the Celtics will win.
Celtics like destroyed.
But they slaughtered
Early.
them.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like a blowout. Basically.
Yeah. They destroyed them. That's why I avoided saying that. But yeah, they destroyed them pretty much.
And I said the chat saying Celtics in 4.
They're not gonna sweep.
They
won't sweep them. But I need them. I need the Mavericks to win the next game. I'm not trying to see a sweep still. I'm trying to see.
So the Mavericks have an Arsenal player that plays for them, or did he leave?
Arsenal player?
An Arsenal fan, sorry.
Oh, highly possible there's an Arsenal fan.
I know that
Arsenal player. There you are. Imagine adding Ketty a point guard for the Mavericks. Imagine. I said Arsenal player. There you are.
I meant an Arsenal supporter. I think
he just switched from football to NBA mid-season. Imagine fucking Gabriel, small forward, out here shooting threes and shit. Bro,
Gabriel would be a pretty good. He'd be a pretty decent point guard, blood.
No football.
How tall is Gabriel?
6'2", 6'3". I know you need to be like 6'8", blood, but that guy can jump, fam.
Yeah. Nah, you can be 6'2", 6'3", depending on where you are.
Ain't Kyrie a point guard?
See, this is over my like. I don't even know about all that. Hassan might know. When it comes to
Kyrie.
Kyrie's a point guard, no? And ain't he like 6'2", 6'1"?
How tall is Kyrie?
Yeah, but it's about the skill. It's about the skill, yeah, Troops. That's why they would never. I don't know.
I'm just asking, innit? I literally only watch in the playoffs, so I'm kind of this. Is this the final?
Yeah, this is the final.
NBA final.
It's the final.
Yeah.
Oh shit! All right, I'm watching still. All right, I thought it was still like the lead up to the
No.
final. So
It's not the
final.
No, it's the final.
Yes, Curry 6'3". That's my guy, blood. Whoop.
Yeah, but he
He be scoring from the fucking point guard, blood.
Yeah, he from the he be shooting from the logo. Yeah, he ridiculous. Like
Pep was at the thing yesterday. I saw him courtside.
He's so fucking cringy. Like, bro, go deal with
Thing is a Celtics fan as well. Saka. He flew out like earlier in the season.
You get what I'm saying, Lewis?
Yeah,
he would have probably been there if it wasn't for England.
No, I actually get so rattled by anything City, bro.
No, it's not being rattled. Why are you
so cringe?
Your club is about to get sent to League 2, inshallah, and you're at the Celtics game. Why do you have main character syndrome? You're going to talk to the
Blood, did you
Celtics
see
coach,
him trying to
okay?
chat to someone to try and give like?
Yeah, he was trying to talk to the Celtics coach. Just
instructions.
shut the hell up, watch the
Man
game,
said
and fuck off.
inverted point guard, blood. I said
He's
whoa,
trying
mate,
to help them
yeah,
out with their
yeah.
positional play.
I can't lie. If he gave them advice, it worked. You know what I'm saying? If he gave
There
them
you are.
advice, it
Trying to
did
help
work.
him retain possession. That's all.
It did work.
Emblid is an Arsenal fan.
You talk about Embiid. Oh yeah, Embiid is because he played football like when he was younger. He plays for this Philadelphia.
Luca is a Madrid fan.
Yeah, Lucas supports Real Madrid.
Yeah, and he played for Real Madrid, the basketball team as well.
They're good, no? The Madrid basketball team.
Yeah, he won the Euro League with them.
Yeah, I believe so.
See? That's
Lewis.
information only Sam can tell you.
It's getting interesting at Chelsea now. Transfer season's upon us. Now you are alive, blood. You are back again.
Yeah, the transfer kings are moving. We might be taking Julian Alvarez. The legal loopholes are already coming out. We got the hotels all sorted. Regardless of whatever bullshit we pull out on the pitch, we are financial geniuses off the pitch. But it's good to be back. Shout to the panel. Shout to chat. This is our season. Hide your transfer targets. Hide your key players. We're coming for everything. Up the Chelsea.
I can't lie, we have to thank Chelsea troops
Why?
because they're giving us something to talk about. That's why.
It's our time, bro.
This is true.
There you
like,
are.
they're giving us content, bro.
Nah, so a City, to be fair. So a City.
Not for the good reasons, but you know.
Shout out City. We're with you, bro. Blue Brothers.
Yeah, we're
We
going
got
to
you,
talk about. Yeah, we're going to talk about that, blood. Yeah, look at
Yeah,
Hussam
he's
straight
so
away.
cool.
He's on your club, blood. He said this. Let me
You
just
see how
say,
his cloud just dropped.
before I read this, yeah, he sent this when Brennan posted the stream last night. He posted it so early the chat disappeared. Luckily, I started it. Yeah, otherwise it would have been gone. Yeah, but big up Ray. He says big up the panel except Hussam. This fraud keeps inviting me on streams when I'm busy. Then says I'm not a man. I'm a very busy person.
Okay, troops, you guys, you all three of you be the judge. Okay. This guy's
Big
always
time
in the
Ray.
chat. He's in the chat calling me out. Every single time I've told him, I will send you the link right now. Come face me one-on-one. Just speak on the stream one-on-one instead of waffling in the chat. And every time his excuses, I'm watching Emmerdale, I'm watching Riverdale, I'm watching blah, blah, blah. Does that count as busy?
Man said Riverdale.
Does that count as
not
busy,
even
troops?
defenders, bruv. Emmerdale.
Does that count as busy, troops? Is that busy?
Nah, that's
not
bitchy.
busy.
That's
Man,
bitchy.
put that
Thank
shit
you.
on record, bruv.
Thank you.
You can watch that on flipping ITV, that ITVX thing, no, whatever it's called.
Yeah. Get your pussy clat on stream, brother.
Big up Ray
Ryan
again.
Russell, fam. That would be cash money.
He says, I fucking miss Prime Hendo. No other midfielder we have comes close to Hendo
What?
2018 to 2020. Now I have to deal with bums like Purple Patch and Samodo.
This guy at 2
Ryan's
a.m.
got the slander names on lock to me.
I'm telling you.
This guy at 2 a.m. 2 days ago messages me, I miss Henderson, man. So, like, I don't know what's wrong with him, honestly.
I saw a Hendo comp on the timeline at 2 a.m. and got emotional. It's crazy.
He's back again, blood. He says, get that failed Bournemouth sporting director and that specky nerd out of my club. They're ruining my club. Mediocrity incoming. Is that Edwards, Hussam?
I'm not even gonna say anything to this dumb.
I'm asking, is that Edwards?
Yes.
Mad. That's mad.
Yeah,
Big
he's
up
just
God_AEM. He's back again. He's live and kicking now. The season's done. He says 116 charges. Man City's owners knew our football rules before they bought City. If you don't like them, they should sell them and buy a Saudi team. Buy them, go into court. They're admitting they're guilty.
Yeah, what a
How's
good
that?
opinion for you, AEM.
How does that make sense? You go to court to defend the case and you're admitting guilt.
Yeah, whether they're guilty or not, we know the Premier League is not doing anything serious to City.
I'm trying to think what he means by that. Like, I think he means by trying to sue.
They're guilty.
Like they're trying to cover up, like take heat off the 115, and now there's this.
I think they're suing them though because like they don't agree with the rules that they're being charged with.
Yeah, I got the
basically.
thing still. I've got everything still.
Hey, general consensus that they're more than likely probably guilty, but it's like nothing ain't gonna happen. The Premier League are not gonna throw the book at them or relegate them or anything. As much as I'd love to see it happening, most are fine. Most.
Big up Mohammed.
Never.
All right, you believe in the FA?
He says, Assalamu alaikum, Hussam.
We'll see.
Let's have a friendly grappling match. Brother versus brother. Pashunt versus Arab. Will it be fire, my brother?
Pashtun is Afghani, I believe.
Okay.
Big up to you. Big up to you. Hey, I'm down. You have a grappling thing. Let's go.
Pause. Big up Yosef. He says Adam Wharton. I like the Adam Wharton, you know, like a Wharton sound like he, you know me?
Yeah, he sound like a yard man.
Adam Wharton. Yeah, big up Adam Wharton, you know. Yeah,
that's a yard man surname, man.
Adam Wharton. M.Y. Wharton. Yes, miss. Yeah, man. It sounds like a yard man, you know. But Adam Wharton, I can't stop saying that now, blood. Pause. And gay, but no AC Milan players.
Justice for Ruben.
We're going to talk about the England squad as well, people. Don't worry about that. Big up my brother Ed every time. He says, shut the fuck up, Ray Ray. You say Mac 10 is horrible when he's been our best midfielder all season. You don't know ball or how to run a team.
Or how to speak to women. Or many things.
Woy. Big up Ilya. He says, big up Lewis. Flawless. My guy. Hi, Troopz.
Big up Ilya, my G. Big up, bro.
Okay, Ilya, man said fuck Hussam. Fuck you, Ilya.
You might not have had enough characters. It's only a £2 super shot.
Big up young Takuri, sorry. He says we needed Ryan to unite them and cuss him.
That would unite the whole pod, to be fair.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, 100%.
Big up Lee Burnell every damn time, blood. He says, big up troops and the man them Hussam. Salam alaikum, Habibi. Great result for Jordan yesterday. What do you guys think of the England squad? We're going to talk about that in a bit, blood. You get me? We got that section for the people, them big talking points. Big up my brother LJ Brown every time. He says, please let the Southgate rumours be true. I need him to bring his Middlesbrough legacy to Old Trafford for Flawless and KG. Hashtag Southgate forever. At United.
I respect, you know what, LJ? I respect the hate. Big up for the super chat as well. I respect.
Yeah, Troops, remember when he thought I was trolling last week? Now you see.
Who's trolling? Who? For you?
Remember when I said that last week you thought I was trolling? I wasn't trolling.
About what?
About
Southgate, blood.
Remember?
Oh, see, yeah, and I still think you're trolling because no reliable source has said that. But hey, we move. We'll deal with that.
Miguel Delaney is considered reliable.
No, he's not. He's hit and miss. But here we are.
Has that Muppeters account got any depth to it? Is he big in the know or anything?
Now, like I said, the three that I look at, I've said this is Romano, Rob Dawson, the ESPN guy, and Ornstein. When it comes to United news, they're the three that normally breaks.
Yeah, but those are the ones that you look at when it's like official type shit, you know, like announced basically.
No, I look at them for when before stuff.
Not even.
Like, for instance, with Romano tweeting about the United being interested in a left back and wanting a left back, sorry, and of interest is the Bournemouth left back.
Or Villa talking to Gallagher.
Yes, like this is what we're talking about here. Yes, Southgate and Potter's funny here, and I get that, but like, let's not act like
I'm not even trying to be funny at all.
I'm saying no. I'm saying
the maddest thing is we're near 2 weeks and Ten Hag still's in a job.
That's why I got to that conclusion, Lewis.
That's
I actually can't argue it down no more.
Yeah,
that's a concern, him still being here. But yeah, we'll get to it.
Big up man like Robert. He says, loving the content, guys. Always try and watch live. Isak and Bruno will stay at tune, and I'm praying for a trophy soon. Shout out my Chelsea best mate.
Shout out, Robert. Big up my fellow brother. Up the Chelsea.
Big up my guy Don. Big up my guy Don CFC. He says, hope people enjoyed their laughs the past 2 years. Devil face.
Hey, next season could be fun. It could really be fun. Shout out Donda. I need to message you back. I completely forgot.
Big up my brother, Mr. Kid Gunner, every time. He says, big up the man them. Come on, you Gunners. Come on, broski. You know the vibes, blood. Big up from East. He says, "Can we agree? South Park, Family Guy."
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. South
Yeah,
Park, absolutely. Not so much like
I don't know about absolutely.
nah, absolutely.
But I
man,
would
like,
say South Park.
yeah, nah, I'd say South Park. Like not recent times. 'Cause I ain't really watched it recently, but like classic South Park, definitely. Like
Haven't watched
original
either of
South
them,
Park,
so-
early South Park, like because it's got iconic moments. You know what I'm saying? Like that, like Cartman with the in the like the film's classic, for example, like Cartman with the speakerphone. I mean the megaphone type shit. Like that shit's hilarious. So yeah, I would say South Park over Family Guy.
Big up Salmon. He just dropped that and bounced. Big up CD. He says, "Big up Hussam."
What about the rest of us, CD? Nah, big
Yeah,
up
fuck
CD,
you,
my guy.
CD. Oh. There you are. There you are.
Big up CD. CD is my guy. He's my Swiss friend. Big up to you,
Yeah,
CD.
shout out to him.
Big up Todd Miller. He says, "For Lewis,
Up the Chelsea. Up the Chelsea.
Flawless, you on violence today? Just tell me
get
so I'm prepared.
me Alvarez."
No, I'm not. You come
Bring
through on
Julie
foolish.
to the bridge,
That's
bro.
what it is.
I'm not on violence at all. It's Friday.
I didn't say violence. I said you come through on foolishness. That's what I said. So I meet
I'm
foolishness
not
with
being
foolishness.
foolish either. I'm calm, Flawless today.
No one said you weren't calm again, but there you are.
There you are.
There you are. Stop stealing
Big
my
up
line.
Overhaul. He says, "Big up everyone. Just wanted to say they call me Arsenal. I start on top
That's crazy.
and finish second." Pause.
Raw. I'm gonna have to nick that one. That's sick.
That is crazy.
That's sick.
Nah,
Isn't
you
that
know what I
isn't
was
that a
doing?
good
You
thing?
know what I would? Nah, I'll give you lot one. Yeah, I'll give you.
Yeah,
lot
that's
one.
great. Finish last.
Nah, fuck that. I'll give you lot a better one. Yeah. When Lily used to ask me, "Where's the remote?" I'd say Arsenal. She'd be like, "What?" I'd be like, "It's on top of the table."
Top of the table. Yeah.
Yeah, that would have
That's
that would
the
have
golden
banged.
gold one. I hear that.
And then
That would have
obviously it just
That would have
went.
banged if it was true. That's the thing.
It was true. You understand? But we didn't spend.
Depends on what time of the
We
year you
weren't on
say it.
top. We weren't on top as Liverpool, innit? So there you are. There you are.
Yeah,
You
last
understand?
season he would have said that like what 92, 93% of the time. But then this season it was like maybe like 45, 46% or something like that.
Little 50.
Man City.
Little fitty.
Man City. News broke that they will attempt to sue the Premier League. They're taking legal action against the Premier League. City are attempting to end the Premier League's associated party transaction, which is the ATP rules. It's going to be a 2-week arbitration hearing. It starts on Monday. The claim comes after the 115 Premier League charges against City, which is obviously because of alleged breaches of financial rules, with a hearing set for November. I'm reading this, innit, man, so I can't see you right now. Shout out John Cena. That's why you man might thinking, well, what's Choose moving a bit mad for? But that's why I'm moving mad. You might ask, what are associated party transaction rules, also known as APT? Now, it's all to do with money and commercial revenue that's brought in by a club. In this case, it's commercial revenue that the club receives from a company that has a connection to the club. The best example to give on this is Manchester City having a sponsorship deal with the airline Etihad Airways, which has links with the the club's Abu Dhabi owners. In the Premier League handbook, how a fair price is determined for commercial revenue, like sponsorship, is through an independent company. They're set a parameter, look at the deal, investigate it, interrogate it, audit it, and they will see whether that deal is fair or not. What Man City are saying is that it's unfair. It is anti-competitive. It is anti-business. It is not in line with UK business law. They are arguing that there shouldn't be a statutory rule, and you should be able to bring in what you find from that sponsorship. So obviously that's to do with like what the hotels and all them other
Yeah, it's links. It's
avenues
links.
of
Yeah, it's
peace.
having links to companies that dealing with getting sponsorship from companies they already deal with,
That's why
or
Chelsea are
companies they
supporting
own,
them.
etc.
Yep.
Type of thing.
Now,
the whole
the
thing.
Premier League, you will ask, obviously, why did the Premier League implement these rules? Now, the Premier League confirmed in February the new rules, but this is carrying on from the rules that were introduced very shortly after Newcastle United were acquired by the Saudi Arabian Public Investment Fund. That appeared to be a knee-jerk reaction from the Premier League clubs who were concerned that Newcastle would sign commercial contracts with partners and sponsors in the Middle East that would be towards the upper end of the scale, and therefore that would give them a competitive advantage. That was seen to some extent as effectively shutting down Newcastle's ability, and Man City were interested observers at this point. They weren't keen on the rules then, and they are now moving a couple of years later to see how things will happen going forward. Now you ask, why have Man City probably gone to such an extreme to sue the Premier League? Now, Man City feel that they have historically been disadvantaged, as have many clubs. We've had spectacular success in the Premier League, which has allowed the creation of global brands such as Man United, Liverpool, Chelsea, and so on. If Man City want to be competitive with those clubs, they've had to go through the commercial route and with owners' assistance, as opposed to building a global fan base first and maintaining it. Shout out Arsenal, Liverpool, and United. City also feel that they have a disadvantage being in Manchester. They will point out that ticket prices at the Etihad are much cheaper than at the London clubs because London is a bigger tourist market and has a price premium, and therefore being able to compete on the commercial side of things gives them an opportunity to be at the top table. Where
No
they
way
want
their
to be.
season tickets are cheaper than ours.
Say that again, Lou.
No way their season tickets are cheaper than ours.
Chat, can somebody find out the season ticket prices of Chelsea?
Ours are like 8-10.
Yeah,
That's
because
the
I see you posted yours recently, like a couple of days ago, no, and it was like $8 or something.
Yeah. That's actually pretty good.
Oh, decent. Okay. I don't know about them type of things.
Now,
Well, I think with also it's like $1,000 or something for you guys.
Ours is like 1,500. Yeah, they're taking the piss, blood.
Fuck that.
Now, the other Premier League clubs, you probably asked, what do they make of this? We're finding that the majority of Premier League are actually in favor of backing the Premier League position on the APT rules have been. In fact, one Premier League executive has said that if those rules are scrapped, then it would be like the Wild West. The idea that a club's ability would be unlimited for things like player transfers or player wages, and you couldn't control it. The Premier League are going to I can't even read that, blood. They're gonna fight it, innit? You understand? How will next week's hearing work? Yeah. Now, the arbitration in its simplest form can be used in many ways between companies, individuals, and employment. In this case, it's over a dispute over rules, and it's a way of avoiding court. It could well end up in court, but essentially what happens is Manchester City here are the claimant and the Premier League are the responder. And this arbitration panel will have somebody effectively act as a judge. It doesn't happen in a courtroom. It can happen in any room, anywhere in the country. But the hearing, however long it lasts, effectively becomes a courtroom. They will hear the arguments from both sides here. Man City and the Premier League will outline their positions. They'll hear evidence from witnesses that are brought by both parties, either written or oral. Pause. That's determined by the arbitration panel. It is independent and their decision is called an award. Now it's legally binding, but arbitration is a way of keeping things out of court. If it's not satisfactory for either side, however, then going to court is an option. In terms of when an award will be made, then that is literally how long is a piece of string. So it could be quick or it could be very long. Pause. So yeah, this is a mad thing still. This could go on for a while, blood. You get me?
Yeah,
But obviously with the 115 thing as well, they're saying that Arsenal hotted up City. You get me? And that Arsenal, Man United, and who is it? There's a couple teams sticking. I think it's Liverpool. I think it's Arsenal, United, and Liverpool are sticking together and saying, "Yo, fuck these man." But then Newcastle, Chelsea,
Pick up the red cartel.
yeah, and then
They are the Blue Brothers.
Newcastle, Chelsea,
Shut the hell up.
and I think Aston Villa are standing by City. So
Yes.
now it's literally the founding fathers of football, the big clubs with real fan bases, no AI fan base, you understand? No bought fan base. Real. That's why when they say class, tradition, heritage, that is what they mean, blood. You understand? Have formed an alliance, blood. You get me? Have formed an alliance. And then you have the oil clubs, the AI fan base, the Dubais of the world. You get me? The fake beach. You understand? The fake sea. I mean, everything's fake blood. You understand? Fake breast, fake lips, fake bum, fake nose, fake jaw.
Not fake European trophies.
Fake blood. You understand? They have formed their own alliance.
You want to talk European trophies?
And
Am
now,
I talking to you or am I talking to Troops? Why
No,
do you
you're
always
addressing the red cartel now. I have
I
6,
was
Flawless
speaking
has
to
3,
Troops.
so that's
I
9
was-
European
Oh
trophies.
yeah,
in total.
what a cup winners' cup for your club, bro.
and guess what I found out? Yeah,
Cup Winners'
guess
Cup.
what I found out? Back in the day, the Cup Winners' Cup was more significant than the UEFA Cup, blood. Yeah, because the Cup Winners' Cup was the second biggest one, pause, behind the Champions League. That's what I got, blood. Yeah, so all of you motherfuckers, hold that. Yeah, European
You have one
heritage,
trophy.
European heritage for your Clark,
The
blood.
same trophy
Yeah,
you're showing
for your
us?
Clark, blood. Yeah,
One
Hold-
trophy.
hold
Okay,
that.
I have 2 of everything.
Lewis, respectfully,
Yeah.
just sit on the floor.
Hold.
Yeah,
I
they're
have
just
2 of
left.
everything.
They're just left. They're just
I'm not involved in this
Hold.
discussion.
Yeah.
I'm just coming into
No,
more.
I am because I'm part of
We
the red
already
cartel.
know.
Arsenal.
We
I'm
already
part
know.
of the red cartel.
Yeah.
Hold that.
Hold.
Is he talking about Red Cartel or is he talking about Arsenal?
I mean,
Sit
that's
on the
what he was
floor.
talking
Oh.
about.
Sit on the floor. Disgrace.
Hold.
Okay,
Always
back-
gotta
back-
get involved.
Guys, let's get back on
Oh.
topic because now you guys.
Yeah,
will
yeah.
start
Go back
talking
to topic.
for the next half
Disgrace.
an hour. Here's the thing, the ATP thing, the thing with whatever the
Yeah.
Premier, the thing that the Premier League executive said, I completely agree, 100%. 100% what he said is true because it will become like the wild west. And the reality is, I can use examples, by the way, from non-like state-owned clubs because I'm not going to be like racist against my own people because people think it's like an Arab money thing. It's not. Kroenke's wife owns Walmart. Ineos owns Man United. There's something called market value that's dictated by people who understand what market value is and know what's fair and what's not fair. And I trust them to make the right decision. Let's assume, for the sake of argument, the Liverpool shirt sponsor is sponsoring Liverpool for £50 million a year. Should Ineos allowed to be sponsor Man United for £200 million a year? The answer is no, because that's not market value. You know, maybe they could be allowed to give 55 million, 60 million, whatever it is, based on results, based on performances, based on rewarding winning, based on like revenue, based on commercial size. All of that plays into account, but there needs to be a limit. And this is why when you look at you know, when you look at kind of the stuff that the independent regulators are saying, it makes sense. And City challenging the rule in itself makes no sense. Like City challenging this rule is basically saying we want it to be like the wild west. We want to just get as much money as we want. We want to get crazy sponsorship deals, and we can use a City example if we want. If Visit Rwanda are giving Arsenal £10 million a year as an example, Visit Abu Dhabi cannot give City £50 million a year. This is where inflating the market value is a bit too much, and that's why the Premier League and the independent regulators are actually doing the right thing, because there needs to be competitive levels to this. Of course, you can get higher sponsorships deals and get more money and get all that if you start winning on the pitch, if you commercialize your club, we understand that. But there needs to be a step process to get there. So as an example, Newcastle can't just get Saudi Airlines to sponsor them, pay them as much money as Real Madrid get per year. So of course, that's why you have to take market value into account. And they're 100% right. And if City do in the case, then it's going to be all hell break loose. And over the next 5-6 years, it's going to be a City Newcastle title race, regardless what anyone on this whole panel do, because that money is built differently. People need to understand that. The sponsorships, I completely agree with the Premier League. I completely agree with the independent regulators. They need to be regulated. It needs to be looked at from a market value perspective and not just open numbers. Because I've given 2 examples right now. If Walmart sponsor Arsenal for £300 million a year, that should not be allowed. This is not a city anti-city thing. This is just common sense, But if Walmart want to give Arsenal £60 million a year or £55 million a year, like 5 million more than Liverpool or 10 million more than Liverpool, that makes sense. It's objective. It's market value. And City challenging this law only shows that they have the intention of breaking this law, aka getting crazy sponsors, with the money. Yeah, that's my thoughts on it. Premier League is completely correct.
Flawless.
I ain't gonna lie. I think it's just I'd stand on it. Nothing's gonna happen. I stand on this, like in regards to Manchester City, like them firing back at the Premier League. We'll see if they're actually successful with that. But it's crazy how these 115 charges have been spoken about for so long, and there's been no date set of like when it's starting, when it's going to conclude. But then City fire back at the Premier League, suing them, and all of a sudden a date is instantly set. It's all very, very, very suspect, and they'll always find loopholes. They'll always find loopholes because the thing is, even if they can't, for example, work with a sponsor who it's a company that they already work with, they'll just find someone who they're cool with and do the same thing. There's ways around this. Could easily do that. I'll funnel them money. Like there's easy, like it's all is it. Well, as I'm saying, I get to an extent. Like technically, it is right. There needs to be some form of ruling. But has there been ruling in the past? This is the first time there's been this type of problem. So it's like we'll see what happens. But overall, I don't really think anything's gonna happen to Manchester City. I keep stating this. I hope I'm wrong though.
By the way, this has nothing to do with the 115, Flawless. This is
this is to delay the 115. If they win this, you forget about the 115.
It was like meant to be a counter charge.
This is like a separate case where basically they want just open sponsorships.
I get that. The point that I'm making is the fact that this has happened. They're going to sue, and all of a sudden a date's been set. Whereas this 115, there is no clarity in what's going on whatsoever. There's been no date set. I've heard a year. Was it not 2026? I think it was.
No, the date is for the 115. The
date's November.
Okay, the November date is for the 115. Yeah. This one that Troops was asking about the start of the stream is a separate case that they're suing the Premier League for. So them suing the Premier League and the 115 is unrelated, basically.
Yeah, I know it's unrelated.
They're saying that. Yeah, they're basically saying that the help they got from like Etihad Airlines and
was legit.
They're
saying that they needed that to level up with us.
Yeah, but that's part of the 115. What's happened over the last 48 hours was that Manchester City are challenging the fact that sponsorships should be open.
Yeah, so they're saying that they should be allowed to do what they've done, basically.
So then it is the counter charge to part of the charges.
No, that's one of the charges, basically, that they got all this money in.
They'll just find loopholes.
Yeah, so it's a counter charge to a certain section of the 115 charges.
So that's the crazy part. So let's say the Premier League, say City are unsuccessful with this counter suing. All Manchester City will do is get this money, give it to a sister company theirs, or someone they are actually cool with and work with, and just pass them that money and then get the money anyway. There's ways around this. They just won't do it through, say, Etihad Airlines.
Kind of like what we did with the hotels.
Yeah, like
they do with the hotels.
Yeah, there's always loopholes. So rather than Etihad Airlines, it would be some other form of airlines, and they just give them the same money and say, "All right, cool." Like, but we'll see what's what. Personally, like I said, I don't think anything's gonna happen to Manchester City. Genuinely, I think this is all just an unnecessary process that's gonna conclude in nothing happening of note. We're gonna be talking about this whenever it concludes, and there's nothing gonna happen of note whatsoever.
If they win this, we're finished.
Hey, if they win this, that means there's more loopholes for us to exploit. Up the Chelsea.
Lewis doesn't get it. If they win this, all 4 of us are losers. The only winners are City and
finished.
Hey, I'll worry about myself.
Yeah,
you ain't gonna see a league title for the next 10 years.
My club's finished anyway.
I don't worry. You hadn't seen it for 30, and you were fine. I'll find a way.
As
This
per
guy
usual,
really-
Lewis Smith is the point. You get
This
me?
guy
But
really is, this guy really is. Ever since Troop said it, this guy really is William Regal from the Attitude Era as commissioner.
He is, blood.
He's so
Fucking William Regal, bro.
He's William Regal.
you fully
Shout out
completely
to
missed the
you,
point.
brothers, bro.
He is on so much focus, yo.
It's literally
Lewis
going to be a
Smith up there.
Newcastle. It's going to be a Newcastle City title race, and he's saying up the Chelsea. Bro,
I
you're not
says you,
included.
Nostradamus. You never know. I could be in a title race.
No,
in a
if
couple-
this rule is applied, yes, I am going to be Nostradamus and tell
Yeah,
you that
if they apply
you don't,
this,
you don't understand.
Why? Because obviously, I'm guessing this ruling, if it is applied and City get their way, it will
It's
add to
done.
FFP.
It's done, flawless.
It's done
If
anyway.
if the rule
No,
applies,
if-
essentially what's
if
going to
they
happen
lose
is they're
this
going to
one,
sponsor City.
then 115 has a chance of going through. Yeah, if they win this,
Okay,
we
so
are
let me
finished.
ask you: if the 115, let me ask you both, Droops and Hassam. If the 115 is guilty, let's say they get found guilty of some of the charges, whatever the case may be, because it probably won't be all 115, because some of them are probably daft.
There's 35
What-
of them not complying with the Premier League.
Okay, so what do you think the actual punishment will be for Manchester City? If
I
they're found
think
guilty.
Depending on
If
how many, it all
exactly.
depends on what happens with this.
Okay,
Whatever
so
happens
let's
with this, and then it depends on how many
Yeah.
charges you can get out of the 115.
okay, so let's say City
and
are
how many
unsuccessful.
big charges you can get, blood.
Okay, so
If
let's
City
say
are successful with suing the Premier League,
okay, so
put
let's say that
115 charges
If you
thing
can
to
get
the-
a big charge, then you could
Yeah,
get
yeah.
like what happened to Juve. They get
okay,
relegated
so let's
and got
let's
relegated
clarify
and
that.
got 30 points.
Okay, yeah. So let's say they are unsuccessful in suing the Premier League, and then there is some big charges.
That's good
They
for
are found-
everyone.
they are found guilty.
That's good for
of-
everyone. We
of the
can.
big
We're
charges.
back again, bro. Everyone can
That's
fight.
good for all four of us.
Yeah,
by the
Yeah,
way.
everyone can fight,
Right.
blood. Right now,
Good.
yeah, it's like right now.
Good.
So I'm gonna put it in F1 terms. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
go
like
on,
when Hamilton had the Mercedes on smoke. Yeah,
yeah.
how Verstappen has the Red Bull now.
Mm-hmm.
How Schumacher had the Ferrari.
Yeah, he was on. Yeah,
There's
he was
if
the
they
guy.
win this, it's no. Man are battling second, third, fourth, blood. They might as well make a second place trophy. They might as well make a third place trophy because Newcastle
Third,
going to
not
creep up
even
as well,
second,
blood.
third.
It's going to be
Yep.
man are battling for third and fourth, blood.
Yeah.
Saudi
understand?
Airlines giving Newcastle
Alright,
300
so
million
that's what I'm
pounds a
saying.
year.
If they
So let's-
lose this,
So if
that's
they
when,
lose,
all right, cool. Wagwan now. Yo, we're back again. Everyone's got a tool. You understand? Right now, them man, they got the AK and we got a samurai sword. Yeah.
I get
So
what
when
you're
them man are firing their thing, we're just trying to hit bullets like this, blood. We don't even have a vest, fam. You understand? If this goes how it's supposed to go, then everyone bulletproof vest. Get me armored hat. Man's got a tank. I'm ready. I'm outside, bro.
I
You
get
understand?
So, I hear what you're saying. So if they're unsuccessful in suing the Premier League, then they are then found guilty of plenty of the big charges of the 115.
115 looks more possible.
115, you man could actually see
It's
them
not a
one game.
guarantee, but I can
Not
see them
guaranteed,
getting back.
but you can see them being relegated. For
Yeah,
example.
blood.
No, but
Or
there
even
are
like a
there
point
are
deduction.
No, but
And I'm talking about like a big one, like 30
Point
points and them thing
deduction,
there,
they need
Okay.
to
where
be
they're out
relegated.
of the title race.
I need them relegated, man.
I want them relegated. I want Juventus treatment.
I want them in League 2. I need them in
Yeah, I
League
want
2.
my
Yeah, fuck
title.
it. Get them Rangers treatment, blood. Send them to the conference, pussies, blood. Yeah, they
Fuck
man will
my
be cool,
title.
bro.
And everyone just needs to leave
They will be
City
cool,
alone.
bro. They all know their way to Morecambe. They know their way to Northampton. They know their way, bro. They know where the pubs are. They know the trains. They know the road. They know where to park. They know everything. So they will be fine with Northampton away, Morecambe away. Yeah, fucking Newport
Wrexham
County
away.
Yeah,
Wrexham away.
Wrexham away. Now Wrexham will be in championship by them, blood. Because the man, they got the Yankee man them back in
Yeah,
there.
they got the piece. Yeah,
So-
they got the piece.
You understand? But
Here's the thing: City failing to sue the Premier League is a good thing for everyone because Newcastle and City will basically have a stronghold on the league that no one can match. No one, because we have American
because-
billionaires, we have clubs that make a lot of money, but then there's money and then there's Arab money. So like those are different completely levels. So like, you know, if Saudi Airlines sponsor Newcastle for 300 million pounds a year, they're gonna win the league in the next 2 years. And it's going to be a fuckery, basically. So we need them to be unsuccessful, but that's unrelated to the charges. Now, with the charges, the hearing is in November. We'll see what happens with that one. I don't think they'll get found guilty of everything, but there's about 35 charges of not complying with the Premier League. So those ones you could... those ones you'll expect they'll be guilty at least of not complying with the Premier League. So, you know, we'll see what the appropriate punishment is. But this one, for the sake of competitiveness in football in general, we 100 million% need that City are unsuccessful in this specific thing. The sponsorship thing is unrelated to the 115. The 115 thing is in November. Push that to the side. The sponsorship thing they're suing the Premier League for, we need the Premier League to win. Because if the Premier League does not win, then whoever said it's going to be the wild west, it's 100% true. Because now they're going to get inflated sponsorships, a whole shitload of money. No one can compete like for real with Newcastle or with Man City.
We'll see what's what. Like I said, even if I found guilty, I just don't trust the Premier League. Call me cynical. I do not trust the Premier League to do the business.
Do you think this is
punishment?
Do you think that? Do you think so? When you look at like the whole De Bruyne thing right now, he's a year left on his contract. He's come out and he said that, boy, Saudi, it's a lot of money. I need to make a choice on my career move. I've done everything. You get me? He's won everything, bro. So it's like Mahrez. You go out there, no one's saying nothing to you. Ronaldo, certain man go there, you're not saying nothing, blood. You've completed football. No one's saying nothing in it, blood. You get me? Now, after the Euros, you get me? Pep, last year as well, he said that he's going to go. Do you think these men have got a drop that something's going to go wrong with City? So they're saying, yo, man's bouncing, bro.
No. I don't think that's the case. I think they're just worried about their future. But I don't think they're sad. They're thinking like, you know what? I think City are guilty, I don't think that's the case. I just think they're worried about their future.
Arsenal are hotting up the thing as well, yeah? Then Arteta knows certain things. You think the players won't know as well, blood?
No, I don't think the players know. These are all financial. This is all financial.
I don't agree with the Informer thing, though. You see me, but I hear it in this. I hear it in this, bro. You get me? Because you understand, like.
I'd say I don't think it's the reason why I don't think it. The reason why I don't think it's related. The reason why I don't think it's related because I believe these would have been conversations anyway. So even if, let's say, the 115 charges and City suing the Premier League wasn't there would be conversations about Kevin De Bruyne's future because Saudi would still be looking at him because he has won everything. There will be conversations about Pep's future because of what he's done as well. I think, yes, it's a conspiracy theory thing. So Pep leaving in 2025, people are like, oh, well, maybe he sees the charges on the horizon. We'll see. I just don't trust the Premier League, as a governing body to throw the book at anybody. We've seen them. Who's ever been punished from the top level like that? They don't punish anybody correctly when they're found guilty. Never mind.
Juve got punished.
Liverpool got punished.
No. Juve got punished. Rangers got punished.
Liverpool and United have been punished before.
Yeah, for what though? What was it?
And Chelsea.
No, what was it for?
Oh yeah, we had that transfer ban.
We had people like flipping sack. Yeah. We got a couple of our people got lifetime bans.
Well, so a couple of people, see, they'll do that, but that's not affect. My point is,
by the way, Flawless, just so you know, the company suing, the people that are suing Manchester City, it's much bigger than you think. It's not just a Premier League versus City thing. They're the same people that took down Apple and Amazon. They're the same people that were successful in suing Apple and Amazon, who are much bigger things than Man City.
I hear all that, but those people are not issuing out.
Apple and Amazon got more money than the Arab man, them.
But that man not issuing out the point.
Oil money different,
Yeah. Here's the thing, though. They're not who's issue. Is it not the Premier League? Correct me if I'm wrong. Are they not the ones who will be issuing out the punishment? It's the Premier League, correct?
Yeah, the one that will be issuing out the punishment, yes. But the people that are suing the Premier League, suing Man City,
Here, what we were talking about, which is a transfer ban. You know what I'm saying, and or maybe banning a couple people at City for lifetime. That ain't affecting them on the pitch like that. We talking about them. Big money or relegate. So that's the point that I'm making. I don't trust the Premier League to do that. I don't trust the Premier League.
That's fair.
Because they'll take a hit financially if City are relegated in regards to taking out your
not
Premier
as much as you think, Flawless.
No, not as much as no. It's not about not as much as I think. The Premier League, from a money perspective, taking out the team that has been dominant affects them. Of course it does.
Okay, can I ask you a question? Liverpool, Arsenal, and Man United, one of them getting relegated from the Premier League affects the Premier League badly at 10 out of 10 level. Let's consider that the 10. City getting relegated affects it how much?
I'd say 9. I'd say 9.
That's
they just
crazy.
don't have the point. No,
I don't think it affects.
Basically a 10.
I'll be real. I don't think it affects.
I don't think it's a 9 at all.
I don't think it affects.
It does. I think it's
under
they've
5.
been dominant.
I asked Mo yesterday the same question. He said 4.
Because look, the thing is this, no matter how good City are, all of the promoted teams, none of them say, "Oh yeah, I can't wait to go Etihad." They're saying, yo, I can't wait to go Anfield. I can't wait to go Emirates. I can't wait to go Old Trafford. I can't wait to go Chelsea.
Yeah. That's why I didn't say
if we're talking about from a TV perspective, people are waiting for Manchester derbies. They're waiting for Man City, Liverpool, Arsenal, City. That's still a lot of money they're losing. Of course, they'll affect the Prem.
They're not as much as our four.
Not as much as you think.
No. There's not as much as our four.
City could be replaced easily.
I think it's a reverse. I think
City could be replaced.
All our four
can be replaced, bro.
They can be replaced.
City could be replaced. The three clubs,
Arsenal, Chelsea, Liverpool. They can't be replaced, blood.
They can be replaced, but not instantly. And is it a hit that season? Let's take City out of it now. Of course, it affects their revenue. Of course,
yes, it is a hit. We accept
that's the point.
And it's a big hit. The fact that you said 9 that we're disagreeing with.
Yes, because it's a big hit.
Will it affect the Premier League negatively? Yes,
leagues in the last 7, and we're saying it wouldn't be that big of a hit if they got taken
We're
down
talking
from the
about
league.
global recognition. We're talking about affecting the Premier League's pockets. We're talking about who actually watches the football club. The reason why this season it's been reported. The only
time people watch City,
they're going to lose key fixtures.
The only time people watch City is when they play a big game. If Chelsea play Burnley, Chelsea will have a sellout crowd. If Arsenal play fucking Reading, we'll have 60k in there. If City play fucking Aston Villa, they'll have a drop. And that's Villa, bro. And Villa are a quality team, bro.
Without doubt, because you're talking about over here, but I'm talking
I
more.
Think they have empty seats like that.
I'm talking TV.
Yeah, and I was about to answer the globally part.
Before we go, global point. I'm talking TV, international.
No. I get what you're saying. You're talking about the TV money. You're talking about the TV money.
No, not just TV money over here. I'm talking about TV money overall. Because
globally, worldwide.
City are heavily promoted globally. Just because we don't respect them. You know why? Because outside of England, teams don't look at it that way. They look at it and it's an easy sell. English champions, 4 out of the last 5. European champions. These are easy sells and they have been the best team. To say they wouldn't be a hit to the Premier League is crazy. Now, would they be as big a hit as the four of us? Absolutely not. Not the 4 of our clubs. Not a chance. But is it a hit? Yes, of course it's a hit. Because they are easy sell, because they are a successful side. People gravitate towards success internationally. You know what the biggest growing fan base probably is? Manchester City. You know why? Because people gravitate towards success. And that's insert team here. So of course they're a hit. And we know the Premier League care about.
Yeah, but it hasn't been over a long enough period for it to affect it as a 9. Okay.
It's been 10 years.
So with Man United, it was over a long.
It's been 10 years.
Yeah, but that's not a long enough. That's not a long enough.
Definitely a long time. A decade is not a long time. That's a long time.
That's not a long enough period like Man United. Like where Man United was successful for 30 years under Ferguson. That's where you build like a generational pool of people supporting the club. With Manchester City, you saying it's a generation.
Yes,
no.
Exactly.
10 years is not as long as you
someone's
think.
15,
bro.
If there's someone who's 15
10 years is not as long as you think. What do you mean? Come on, bro.
If somebody
it's a generation of fans.
Exactly. If someone is
10 years ain't nothing, Lewis, blood.
If 10
years is not.
Of course,
most people pick up football anyway when there's
how long have Leipzig pick up? What Leipzig been around since 2002 or something?
Yeah, but
how many? They even won a Bundesliga.
They've not had the success. That's the point.
Okay, but here's the thing.
Even MK Dons. Look at MK Dons. They went from Wimbledon to MK Dons. Wimbledon had a bigger fan base than MK Dons.
But
Wimbledon fan base is way bigger. Wimbledon fan base. Wimbledon fill out Wembley Stadium when they go Wembley Stadium.
Premier League side.
MK Dons. They can't fill up their little fucking ground in fucking Milton Keynes.
Yeah, we know why they can't fill it up. Because because Wimbledon were a Premier League side. That's why, and a well-renowned Premier League side. MK Dons have never been anywhere near the Premier League.
Leipzig is even earlier, blood. Leipzig is 2009, not even 02. I'm giving them more time to fucking bums.
Leipzig, but the point I'm making is it's about success. If you are 10 years of success, that means
I'm agreeing with you.
Is now 25.
Okay, you know what? I'll let you speak and then I'll speak after. Go on.
Yeah, that's the point I'm making is, of course, 10 years is a long period of time. If you've got school kids who are from 13, let's say high school, 13 to 16, who are now 23, 24, 25, 26, there is a generation of City fans. Is it as long as Manchester United fans? No, because we had success longer. But we know the Premier League care about money. They care about assets. They care about their bigger assets in regards to who's bringing in revenue. Again, our 4 clubs top that list. Our City there, yes, and City have been growing. What are we talking about here?
But look, you see what you're saying, yeah? With like the whole domination. I hear that.
Because actually know how to respond to this.
And the Champions League, yeah? But look, if you take them out of it, yeah, That makes it more balanced in the Premier League. So then we've got a chance of getting the better players in the market. Our team will get better. Then we'll get better in Champions League tournaments. We could go on a double. We could win 2 in a row. Because they're so dominant and they have the funds that they can go out and say, all right, we want Haaland, bang. We want that, bang. We want bang. If you take them out of it, that stops that. That opens it. Pause. You understand? Then everyone can actually go on
from a transfer perspective. Let me say from the global perspective, because I'm not from England. Okay. Now, Man City, when you say Man City are growing, yeah, they are growing. But this 10-year period that you're talking about is not enough to usurp 30, 40, 50 years of work. So when you're talking about global reach and global fan bases, Liverpool, Man United, Arsenal, and Chelsea still have way more fans than Manchester City globally, I'm saying.
Agreed.
Now, it's been reported this season, the reason why Liverpool have so many 12:30 kickoffs is because in East Asia, the biggest fan base is Liverpool. So when you do 12:30 p.m. kickoff in East Asia, it's 8 p.m., 9 p.m. So Singapore, Indonesia, Malaysia, Australia, people in that region of the world all can watch Liverpool without having to stay up till 3 a.m. as an example. So when you look at those 3-4 supported clubs heavily around the world, you know, in the traditional big four, if you would like, one of them getting relegated would affect the Premier League's pockets at a much higher level from a TV, I'm talking TV rights perspective globally. If Manchester City get relegated tomorrow, though that 10-year period that you're talking about, it's not enough to usurp all that work, and it's not enough to bring in as much revenue as you think. Now, when you look at even the most watched clubs globally, the most watched clubs globally in the Premier League are still the traditional big four, even with the City success over the last 10 years, because that 10 years of success still hasn't usurped everything you're talking about. Now, if Man United get relegated from the Premier League tomorrow, disaster. Liverpool the same, Arsenal the same, Chelsea the same, disaster for the Premier League because of the amount of money that they make. But if Manchester City get relegated from the Premier League, it's not disastrous. It's not a disaster. It's like a 5 out of 10 level. It's like a 4 out of 10, 6 out of 10 max compared to those clubs, because those clubs have put in foundational tens of 20s, 30, 40, 50 years of work of getting those global fans that you're talking about. I mean, Man United have done certain stuff. People don't know this, but Man United in the 90s and the 2000s grew commercially and done commercial work that not even Arsenal, Liverpool, Chelsea, any club done. Like Man United laid the groundwork for how to commercialize and how to globalize a football club, because Man United done the tours, Man United done stuff, done deals with like sponsors around the world. So your club, Flawless, has been laying groundwork over the last 30 years. So you have to push aside the success on the football pitch. The Man United work that's been done over the last 30, 40 years cannot be usurped by 10 years of Pep Guardiola and Manchester City success. That's why if Man United getting relegated as a 10, by definition, those 30, 40, 50 years of work cannot be usurped in a 10-year period. So it cannot be a 9. It's like 6, 5, 4. That's how much.
I still think that's a bit of an underestimation to what City being relegated would do. You could say maybe it's not as big as us 4 clubs going down, but it still would hurt them.
Exactly. From we're talking the Premier League, who we know as
4s, 5s, like no, the amount of big.
I never agreed with that. What
Usam is saying is right, because remember, I go around for pre-season, innit? So I see the fan bases when I go abroad, and Man City fans, there's not a lot of them, blood.
Didn't they sell out Japan like last year?
This is the thing now. This is the thing now. They have Asia. This is the thing now. Look, they have Asia, but America, they ain't got America. They ain't got Africa. They have Asia. That's it, blood. Out of like the big continents, they ain't got
Liverpool got like 11 supporters groups in Indonesia alone.
Yeah, because
like,
again,
you're
missing like
Asia they have, but that's it.
Yeah, that's true. Like I said,
your point of contention is it will affect the Premier League, which we agree.
And fact,
we're just disagreeing on the level.
Yeah, it's not 9 out of 10.
We run America, blood.
Way less.
We run America, blood.
I don't think it's way less.
Arsenal, blood.
I don't think it's way less.
It is way less.
There's way less. Maybe
there's a differential, but I don't think there's a massive one.
The last 10 years will not allow Manchester City to suddenly have as much global recognition as us 4.
Never said that. Never again. Never said as much as.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but it's not as much as us 4. We all in agreement on that. It's not as much as.
Now we're clearing them, blood.
We
I just don't think it's as big as we're making.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I'm even.
That's why it can't be a 9.
But I'm here doing the Googles to check, and they're saying they're 5, 6 behind us 4. That's a hit. You take out your 5th or 6th gunner, that's a hit. What are we talking about here? I've literally Googled it. You can Google it and check yourself. Various sites talking about the most watched teams in the Premier League.
I know.
Of course,
I have
because
I have
people
no problem with what
gravitate
you're
towards
saying.
success.
Yeah, but you know, City can flip in.
You're
Just
arguing something I'm not arguing.
and then the stats just
I'm
go.
saying it will affect
It's
the
the
Premier League
number.
negatively, but it won't be a disaster. It's not as bad as you think. If Man City are
It
in
is
League
bad.
One
It
for
is
the
bad.
next 3 years, people will still watch the Premier League. The Premier League will still be the most watched league in the world.
Absolutely
It won't
will be.
affect it negatively as you think. And by the way, the new generation of fans, the ones that have been watching over the last 6-7 years or whatever or so, they can switch to another club. They can support another club because they haven't developed that emotional connection with their club yet. Like, you know, the big 4 clubs that have been, you know, through tough times and through banter eras. You're going through your banter era now. I went through it pre-Klopp. Troops has had it over the last 20 years, you know, pre the last 2 years with Arteta. Lewis is going through it ever since the Bowley ownership. So there's been bad times for us, and we've all like been there. But those 6, 7, 8, 9-year-olds, 10-year-olds that you're talking about, flawless, they're not like adults that cannot change their team and they're in love with their football club and all that. Like they can switch tomorrow. I've seen people like who were teenagers around my age who stopped supporting Man United, start supporting Real Madrid as soon as Ronaldo moved. You probably saw that yourself.
Yeah, and when we talk about it in regards to negative, I'm not talking about just watching. I'm talking about from a financial hit. That's a financial hit. Taking out the team who has most watched 5th, 6th in your country hits it negatively. So yes, it does affect it. I'm talking not solely, but mostly from a financial perspective. That's what the Premier League care about. That's why I don't think anything will happen to it, because they don't want to take that hit. That hit will not be recouped. That hit won't be recouped. They're not trying to see a dip just to get rid of Manchester City. Same way they wouldn't want to get rid of a Tottenham Hotspur, who I would put in a similar bracket. Not the same, but a similar bracket in regards to there be a hit, because they are also a very watched fan base. They ain't trying to, the point I'm making is they're not trying to lose one of their better assets. There's 20 teams. If City are 5 and 6, they're not trying to lose that from a financial perspective. It's not like losing the team who's 10th or the team who's 15th or the team who's 16th or 18th. This is 5 or 6, and your most easily sold asset as well, because they've been successful. That's the most easy sell. They've been the dominant team. They're not trying to make that hit. That's all I'm saying. That's why I call it a 9. You're losing your most successful thing, whether we think they're top of the tree or not, which they are not. But they will see. I don't trust the Premier League. I really don't.
Hopefully,
Free City.
Fuck
This fucking
This guy's a wild out, brother. Big man thing.
Yeah.
Big up NBA highs. He says Liverpool isn't a part of it. They're 50-50. Who's Sam?
What is that? The alliance thing.
Yeah, the alliance thing. Big up Winter Surfer, my brother, but fuck his comment, blood. You get me? He says, get me. Big him up, but I'm not even reading it, blood.
Hey, respect the super chat, bro.
Yes, I said big up for the. I showed it.
Oh wait,
yeah, look, I showed it. There you go. You're gonna. There you go.
Arsenal's class and heritage. But bring it back.
And we're going again.
Wait. So we can skip super chats now. All right, bet.
Big up Hamad.
All right, bet.
Big up Hamad. He says,
"You bought it all."
If Man City wins the Premier League, will turn into the Qatar Stars League. If you know,
you know. Big up Assad, you get me? Because this guy doesn't support Assad. He supports Al Arabi. Big up to you, my guy, Hamad.
Big up Ray again. He says, I don't watch Emmerdale. I've been watching Riverdale, and you sent the link during series finals. I don't like to ruin my rhythm with Netflix.
Yeah, there you are.
Rhythm.
See? Guys, he was busy to take me on a football debate because he was watching fucking Riverdale.
That's wild.
You were really busy there.
Big up KP. He says City will not be found guilty because the Premier League will be sued from the public who gambled on Liverpool to win the league a few years ago.
That's not how it works.
Big up Sports Genius. He says, I think this will change the league to an American model. Americans almost own a voting block in the Prem. Don't be surprised if a salary cap comes. Hopefully not.
There you are.
Big up Eric. He says, Tosin is flat-footed and ball watches. I'm worried. We're going to talk about...
he rates Christensen. I'm fine. We'll be good.
We're going to talk about that, blood. Big up De Niro, Dan, my brother. He says, my drillers. Big up T and the man them. Come on, GG. You know the vibes, blood. Big up Aya. He says, Flawless has a myopic, short-term mindset. The EPL will get over City within 3 years and make even more money with a more competitive league.
You're making my point in regards to the EPL will get over that again. Not disputing that they will get over it. In those 3 years, the Premier League they do not want to lose money is the point I'm making. They are not trying, and if you take City out of the league, they lose money and they lose.
That's why he's saying you're looking at it short term.
Yes, but it's not short. That's how the Premier League look at it. They don't want to lose money over a 3-year period. They're not looking to do. The Premier League's not like that. When did they ever give out big bans or anything like this? Is the point I'm making. We mentioned it with Chelsea, transfer ban. Man, was it Arsenal? Some people got some lifetime bans. The point I'm making is the Premier League don't throw the book at big clubs over here. You know why? Because they're the biggest money makers, and that's what the Premier League care about. This is why they don't deal with racism, because it don't affect their pockets. Only time they're dealing with anything is when it hits their pockets. This is the point that I'm making. The Premier League, for those that don't know,
remember the Super League.
All they care about is money. That is it. So they're not trying to take out a valued asset in Manchester City and take a hit over 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, and then recoup that later. No. What are we talking about here?
Big up Mr. Hussein. He says most watched Premier League game, Arsenal City. Most watched FA Cup game, United City. Most watched Champions League game, Madrid City. Most entertaining Premier League game, City Chelsea.
Hey.
Sauce.
No one's going to care if City get relegated.
Sauce, ketchup, mustard, mayonnaise, barbecue sauce. That's your sauce right there. Liverpool and Manchester United was the most watched game in 2015 in the whole entirety of the planet, when they had, Rashford as number 39 and we had Benteke. So don't even try that one.
What about in 2024?
It's still Liverpool and United still the most watched game in the world.
No, I mean, it was most watched this year.
It was more watched than when Messi and Ronaldo were playing in it.
No, this year. Like
this year,
what was the most watched this year?
This year, the most watched game was Liverpool Arsenal.
Actually, Liverpool Arsenal. Was that actually? Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, the Anfield game. That was the most watched Premier League game.
Yeah, hold that, Lewis.
No,
Big up Mamo. He says Pete Juve were relegated and look at the players they had: Ibra, Vieira, Nedved, Buffon, Del Piero. Can happen, but it won't because of money. Shame.
Somebody who gets it, Mamo. Because if anyone in the chat knows, or maybe one of you know, was it the Italian FA or UEFA that relegated Juventus to Serie B?
Sure.
I'm not sure. I'm trying to look up for it now. But that's the point. Yes, you hit the nail on the head. They don't care about money. The Premier League do.
Big up Otto. He says, did you just say
usurp? You mock my English, you can't even read.
Because I'm like, usurp. That's why I was like, what?
There
usurp?
You are.
Used it 50 times. Haha. Big up Sing G. He says, big up all brothers. Love. Come on, big up yourself.
Big up, bro.
Big up Aya again. He says, flawless. What you're not taking into account is the consequences of letting City go free is pissing off the likes of Arsenal, United, and Liverpool.
They don't care about pissing off Arsenal, United, and Liverpool. They care about the money. That's it. They care about the pound note. That's all that matters to them.
Big up Y Cass. Oh, yep, there it is. Big up Winter Surfer again. He says, "Raw troops is Fox News deleting my super chat." I didn't delete it. I deleted it. It's on the stream, but I deleted it from Lewis seeing it in it.
Yeah, you didn't want me to read it.
Yeah, that's it. But it's there, bro. Don't worry about that.
It's a dictatorship.
Yeah, facts. Big up Turkish. He says, Pep's a madman. Give tactics in B-ball a final game. Yeah, I see that, blood. I said it. It was crazy, bro. Must have worked, fam. I'm not gonna lie. Big up Ed, my brother. He says, Ray, you're a pussy for that super chat. And then Ray come back again, blood. He says, speaking of Netflix, flawless, have you watched Cobra Kai yet? I've been telling you for years to watch it because I know you'd like it. That's actually a sick thing, still. I can't lie. Cobra Kai's sick. Watch it, flawless.
Is it actually cold?
Yeah, it's Karate Kid, but it's actually the people that they Karate Kid, but they're grown-ups now.
Right,
it's actually Daniel's son.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, watch it, blood. Big up Andrew. He says, take out Pep. Take out Pep is big, is City. He is big name, flawless. I don't even know what.
I don't know. Andrew, write that again, but big up to you, Andrew.
I don't know what's going on there. Big up my guy, Daniel. He says, big up to the best podcast ever. Chelsea are loophole FC. If there's a loophole, Todd B, find it. Lewis.
Up the Chelsea. Up the Chelsea. Shout out, Daniel.
You know what's
Big
funny?
up
Chelsea
White.
fans are miserable all year long, and then in the transfer window they're happy for 2 months, and then they're miserable
Yeah,
again
because
for the
because Poch got sacked. Now I'm happy.
There you are. Oh, okay.
Big up Y Cass again. He says Hussam needs to remember that 30 years back in the day are different than 30 years today because of social media, a lot bigger marketing impact.
I never contended that point or said anything that's related to this point.
Big up Solomon. He says City versus Arsenal was the most watched this season. You fraud.
Oh,
Big up.
Oh!
No, it wasn't.
Oh!
It actually was
Let me
Liverpool
just
Arsenal.
Because
Go check it.
Staffy just sent me
Go
this.
check
So
it.
the
I'm
US
not making
one.
up stats. It was Liverpool versus Arsenal.
Bring it up.
Staffy sent me this. So he said NBC, which is obviously stateside, NBC drew a total audience delivery of 2.12 million viewers for Manchester City Arsenal on Sunday, marking the most watched Premier League game ever in the US. It was the first Premier League match to cross 2 million viewers.
Oh!
Okay, no
Oh!
problem. I'll show you right now.
Staffy just sent me that.
Yeah, but
So
you have
that's
to bear
stateside.
it's the title race, isn't it? If Arsenal United's in the title race, I think it would be higher than that.
Yeah. But the point I'm making, is
That's the
because
most
they've been
watched in the US.
Look at the
Yeah, it's
I'm
easy
looking at
sell.
it now.
share screen.
It's easy as well.
What does it say? What does
Yeah,
it
man,
Record
I'm-
US viewership in January. That's before the Arsenal City game in
Yeah,
March.
but I thought I'm lying.
So
I thought I'm lying.
yeah, that's in December. I'm talking about March.
No,
So
it
after-
says record US viewership record.
at that
This
time,
is the biggest.
and March is after
this
that
is the-
game.
This is the biggest record in the Premier League for most watched games. So I didn't
Yeah,
lie.
at that time
Unless there's
until
something new
March.
that I didn't read, fair enough.
At that time until March, when that was overtaken by Arsenal City,
That's fine. That's because Arsenal is a massive club.
and Man City are too.
Big up
There you
King
are.
Kong.
There you are.
He says football created by the poor, stolen by the rich. Very true, blood. Big up Frankie. He says any City fan seen this side of the world gets immediately shamed into admitting who they really supported. It's usually Leeds or JJ Okocha. Bolton.
Hey, JJ Okocha, crazy.
Big up Mamo again. He says, look at what they did to Roman Abramovich. EPL only care about maintaining their brand and money. Any damage to their brand is damage to their pockets. And here he is again. Andrew says, I said it's City big because of Pep. He is a big name. Okay, bro.
Yeah.
I think City are as big as they are. Pause.
Damn, that stat had him froze. Fuck.
I think that is because of Pep. I do agree. I do agree with that, blood. I do believe it is.
Yeah, Pep adds
Pep.
into it. Yeah, and they ain't trying to lose that. And like I said, the whole NBC and like stateside and things of this nature. I just say that we all know what it comes down to: pounds, dollars, whatever currency in whatever country. And the Premier League is literally worldwide in every continent. So,
Lewis.
Also, just before we go, Andrew sent me back the super chat. So he said, Arsenal's class and heritage built on bribing their way into the league.
See ya.
He's gonna everything.
By the way, I just checked.
I
That was
knew
only US. That was only US stats. Flawless. That wasn't.
Yeah, NBC.
worldwide.
I said
Yeah,
that
the
at
same
start.
thing that you brought
That
up. It
was
was only
that
US.
was only US.
I
stats.
legit-
It was only
Yeah,
US.
you only brought up US
I
stats
couldn't-
too.
I legit
Okay,
said that at the start.
City are not gonna shag
It's
you.
US
Calm
stat
down.
versus US stats. So what are we
Them winning
talking
the
about?
league does not mean Chelsea won the league. So relax.
No,
That's
why
just
are you
US.
deflecting? Why are you
Can I just
deflecting?
explain myself, please, without you interrupting? Thank you.
Okay, go on.
So that was just the US audience. So that was the most
Go on.
watched Premier League. That was the most watched Premier League game of
Hey, you created the
2023.
streets.
That was the most watched Premier League game of 2023. 2024, obviously, there was the most watched game, but that's just US audience. There was one where I saw the global audience, but I just can't find it right now.
Yeah,
I
and
showed it to Hamza on Ahwa literally
Yeah.
3 days ago.
You showed the US audience for Arsenal.
No, I
Liverpool,
didn't
which
show
was
the US audience.
1.15
I
million
said I
viewers.
showed the global one. I said I showed the global
It said
one.
US when you brought it up. It said US. It literally said US, and there was 1.15,
Lewis
and this
missing
one
the point.
2.12.
Version 300.
What are you talking about?
I just want to clarify when I brought up the stat that Staffy sent me, shout out to Staffy, it was NBC, so it was to clarify it was stateside. And just with the Juventus one, it was the Italian FA who did that. So shout out to the Italian FA. If they was dealing with the City situation, I'd be much more I'd be much more convinced something's gonna happen. I don't see the Premier League.
I know the one that I shared said the US. I know that.
Yeah.
I know that. That's what I'm saying.
Right, and that was the point you tried to make.
Yeah, and I said I looked at the US one. Do you have ears?
I looked at the US one too, and that one had more numbers. So
yes, I know. I said I looked at the US one. I'm saying the more global one that I can't fucking find that I showed.
No wonder you conveniently can't find.
The worldwide one was that game.
I conveniently can't find it. Fair enough.
Yeah, I said I made the mistake. I'm admitting I made a mistake, and Lewis is like, bro, listen to what I'm saying. I brought
we're just not used to it. Fair enough.
I brought up the US audience. Oh, like you admit when you're wrong. Oh, okay.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I was wrong about Pochettino. I wanted to give him time, and he was a fraud.
No problem. See, we'll see when you're Maresca.
I'm brought back to Pochettino.
Yeah, at least I won't be manager out from day one like you.
I'm not manager out. Don't spread rumors.
Come on, like we haven't seen you say slot out for like 2 months.
I won't say it again.
Oh shit!
Never hear me say that. Back your manager.
Yeah, we're ready. We're ready, troops.
Are we done? Lewis, news broke that you are the club that is looking at Julian Alvarez. Tossing has been announced as well officially, and also Conor Gallagher is free to discuss Chelsea exit during Euro 2024. That is reported by the Evening Standard. Things are starting to pick up now, blood.
Yeah. Transfer activity is starting to cook. We haven't really done anything noteworthy other than bringing in Toss into the club. Obviously, we're the only Premier League team out for Julian Alvarez, which is like, thank the Lord. We don't really have a lot of other competition except maybe PSG and Atletico, and Atletico can't afford the money for him. Gallagher may or may not leave. It sounded like he might actually just stay and wait for his contract to go down, which, I mean, I'm not going to be down for, but like, I can't necessarily hate it too much either. If you want to stay at Chelsea and you want to cook here, I can't be too annoyed about that. Even if I don't really rate you individually, fair enough. I rate that you want to try and do the best that you can for us and try to make it work at Chelsea. But yeah, like we're still on the lookout for centre-backs. The goalkeeping situation is very confusing. Robert Sanchez looks to be being given another second chance, but we don't know what we're doing with Kepa. We don't know what's going to happen with Petrovic. And we look like we're looking for another goalkeeper as well. So there's a whole situation there that needs to be solved. But my main focus is getting that number 9 sorted. And if that's Julian Alvarez, brilliant. But it all has to come from him. Like we can be gassed and over talk about how we're going to get him and it's confirmed and everything. It isn't going to matter unless Alvarez wants to go. Because City aren't trying to get rid of him. He's going to be their long-term striker because we don't know how long Haaland's going to be there for. He's spoken enough times about wanting to complete all 5 top leagues in Europe. So that in mind, you're not going to stay in England for too long. So Alvarez could be their long-term option up top. If he wants to be patient, then we don't stand a chance. We're not getting him. If he wants to leave now, if he wants to get more minutes, come through to the Chelsea, bro. The interplay between him and Kunku and Palmer is going to be absolutely insane. If he wants that move, that's going to be the only thing that decides this, if he wants to move.
What about Olise? They're saying 60 million. It's going to be between you and Flawless.
Olise is another weird one because, like, we had the upper hand on Man City when it came to the Olise news last season. But then he ended up re-signing. And there's a chance that he stays at Crystal Palace for another season. It's not necessarily the fact that he wants to leave and he's going to push for a move at all costs. It's going to be dependent on how he views the project. So if he wants to join Chelsea, he's going to activate the release clause himself. Same thing for Manchester United. If not, he's staying there for another year. And I hope we can pull Alvarez and Olise through in the same window. Then our attack is just leveled up. Absolutely leveled up. But I think
So then who
Olise
misses
right
out?
now
Because
should
if
be-
you get
Go on.
Olise, Alvarez, who misses out? Because Nkuku, Jackson, Cole Palmer.
I think if you try and Kunku on the left, potentially you have Jackson just
Why
playing
you laughing,
conference
blood?
league minutes. Now, if that's the case,
because you asking bad questions, you know who misses out of that. Who sounds out of place out of them players you just named. That's why I'm laughing.
Nkuku.
Shut up, this guy.
now Kunku will be playing on the left. It'll be Jackson getting the conference
He
league.
ain't never
minutes.
fit, blood.
This is why I crash on Arsenal at every given opportunity on the show because you be taking liberties.
That's why I crash on him.
This guy.
Lewis knows.
But yeah, no, Jackson will get the conference league minutes. He'll get 30 GNA in the season. We all good.
There we go.
Even Madueke.
Yeah, Madueke, he can go make movies in the conference league. Cluj away and all.
Mudryk.
The man just out here
Conference
getting
league. This is the beauty of having a European competition that you can rotate in.
But this
I'm
means
giving
that
it to
Amari
all of them.
Hutchinson will be going then, definitely.
It looks like we're already trying to sell him. He's out for sale for like 25, 30 million. Ajax, Stuttgart, Feyenoord, a couple Premier League teams are interested. I would have rather loaned him for another year because you could probably get more than that because he could easily just go back to Ipswich, start every Premier League game. You get all the minutes you want and a manager who knows how to get the best out of you in McKenna. But if we want to get rid of him now, and if it means I can get in one of Olise or Alvarez or even both, yeah, peace. Save for what you did at Ipswich. Best of luck, all of that. And goodbye. Thank you for joining us over the Gooners.
I have a question for you, Lewis. Can I ask Lewis a question, please?
Go for it, bro.
Let me ask him one question before you ask him.
Go ahead.
If all of these signings come to fruition, what's the target for next season? Top 4?
My target's always been the same. Top 4 and a trophy next season.
Does your target increase if you get an Olise and an Alvarez?
My target may increase depending on how the season goes. You can check, like, regards with you lot, like last season, when you guys were top for 93%.
I said title charge. I never said win it. I always said title.
No, when you were top for 93% of the season, it was get into the top 4 at the start of the season and win a trophy. Then you guys were top for so long, the target changed and it became win the league. That will be the same thing with me if, God willing, we're in that position. Then the target will change. But until then, it's top 4 and it's a trophy. And we're 5 points off top 4 with a crappy coach, with a bunch of injuries, and with 0 tactics. So we can get 4th. We can get a trophy in the Conference League.
Okay.
Sam?
Oh yeah, did we speak about Tosin, by the way? I think that's a very good signing for Chelsea. I think
I just said that he got announced.
Yeah, that's a very smart signing for Chelsea. I think that's the smartest signing they've made.
Free as well.
Yeah, on a free as well. Premier League experience, 26 as well. So not a football sperm. That's what they usually like to sign.
Pause.
So I want to ask you a question. So last season, you kept using Pochettino's quotes against him. Are you going to use Maresca's quotes against him as well? When he said,
here we are. Are you going to bring in? Are you going to bring?
No, we have. Yo,
Maresca said you're going to challenge for the league. Are you going to use that against him? A simple question.
Now, let me ask you. No, wait. Let me ask you something. Did I throughout last? Wait. During last season, did I ever criticize Pochettino for not having Chelsea in a title charge?
That's not what I said.
You said to give him the same energy, and you talked about how.
No, I'm talking about the quote. You used Poch's quotes against him. Are you going to use even Mamo, who's been literally super chatting me abuse? Said it's a valid question. I'm asking you. You used Pochettino's quotes against him. Are you going to use Maresca's quotes against him by telling you you should be winning the league? That's what I'm asking.
If he contradicts himself, yes. But when did I ever get a Pochettino for not having me in a title?
I'm just saying the guy said you're going to challenge for the league.
And I'm just saying Pochettino said we should be winning the league, and I didn't get him for not having me top of the table.
Bro, Sky said it.
And you know what? Sky said it, right? And they didn't even give a direct quote. They didn't even give a direct quote.
Cave, who works for Sky Sports, said that Maresca in the interview
direct quotes.
Okay,
words for words.
Now it's a direct
Give me
quote.
Word for word.
Okay, now it's a direct quote.
When it was Pochettino, I was giving you direct.
Maresca said he's going to challenge for the league. We'll see. We'll see if he.
Okay, you said same energy. I asked Pochettino to get me top 4 on a trophy, and I'm asking Maresca to get me top 4 on a trophy.
I'm not saying same energy for what you asked of them. I'm saying same energy for using their quotes against them.
Yeah. If he contradicts himself, that's fine. But again, I never asked Pochettino to deliver me a league title in the first season. So why am I
never
asking Maresca to deliver me a
said
league
that.
title in the first season? Long term, yes, deliver a title. Long term, yes.
I can't lie to you. You're
meant to be the
waffling about
long-term
something
manager.
I'm not saying. I'm not saying that. Did
So
I
what are
say
you
Lewis?
saying?
Did I say Lewis should say that? But I never said that. I'm saying.
So then why are you asking same energy and you're bringing up an article talking about Maresca winning the league?
I'm not asking you what your energy is towards your club. I'm not asking you to say that Chelsea are going to win the league. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying Maresca said that Chelsea should be challenging for the league. Same way you used Poch's quotes against him. Are you going to keep the same energy for that part?
So again, you're saying keep the same energy for quotes, and then you're specifically talking about being title contenders, which is something I never asked from Pochettino. So what are you talking about? There you are. There you are.
I've
There
never seen someone miss the point so much. You're responding to something I'm not saying, Lewis.
You're saying keep the same energy for his quotes.
Yes,
and I said the same thing with Pochettino.
So last season you kept bringing up
Pochettino said we're going for the league, and I never once asked him to contend for the league.
Okay.
So what are we talking about?
We'll see what happens with Maresca. The guy says he's got a challenge for the league. I think he's insane, but it is what it is.
If that quote is based on the long term, then more power to him.
No,
because that's what I expect from him in the long term. How do you know? Because I saw you bring up on This Is Football, and there wasn't a direct quote.
No, it wasn't.
It says that Maresca says this.
Okay, I'll tell you how I know. I shared it on the screen. It was Sky Cave. He came out and he said, when he sat down with Todd Bowley and with Iqbal and the decision makers at Chelsea, they told him that they want top 4 for this season, and he said, "I'm not at Chelsea to get top 4. I'm at Chelsea to contend and to win titles."
I saw you bring it up yesterday, and there was no quote. It was just Sky.
Yes, it was from the interview. Yeah, it was from the interview.
Yeah, but he didn't give a direct quote.
Yeah, but it's not what he said like publicly. It's what he said to the owners.
Okay, so we have no proof of this then, even before we got. So we've been waffling about nothing for 5 minutes.
We can only go off of sources.
We can go off direct quotes if they're available to the public.
Yeah, but they are available to the public via Sky Cave.
Then where are they? Where are they?
Well, you can literally just, all you have to do is just
you brought it up, and you can't bring me the direct quotes. You're asking me to search for it.
I just don't want to lag out again, because every time I open up a new tab, I lag out. One second.
That was about lag. Let me go. I'll go look for it.
Okay, here. I brought it up.
Before you go into the chat, this is where when these men are talking and asking for quotes, chat, this is where you lot need to come in and go and find these quotes and things of that nature. Big up to the chat, but we need you here. This is where you're a part of the show.
Share the screen. Troops, share screen. Troops, can you share screen? Yeah, what does this say?
Where is the quote?
Why are you actually being oblivious on purpose?
No, I'm not. I'm asking for a direct quote from Maresca's mouth.
He wants to know exactly what's been said.
Why are you fighting something that I'm not saying? That's why
Lewis, I'm guessing
I'm not saying you're not saying it. No one said it. There's no direct quote.
You're listening to respond. You're not listening to understand. I'm not talking about what Maresca said in a press conference publicly. I'm saying Maresca's saying he wants to challenge for the Premier League this season, and my source is someone who works at Sky Sports.
There's no quote to prove that.
I get what Lewis.
Yeah, Joey, he's literally using Sky, who had to retract their statement on Chelsea having to make money for PSR at the end of June yesterday, and I meant to listen to Sky. What are we doing?
This is what it is. Khalas. You're just responding to something I'm not saying.
I'm saying, give me a direct quote, and there ain't no direct quote.
You're saying
okay, we'll see in his first press conference if he says this publicly. I want to see you.
Yeah, that's fine. But I never demanded a league title from Poch in his first season anyway. So I don't know why you expect me to think
you're saying something I'm not talking about.
Then I ain't got a clue what you're talking about.
And if we stop listening to sources, why did you answer Troops when he asked you about Alvarez? That's only via a source.
No, but you know what? To be fair, Did
I say
Alvarez is guaranteed to come to Chelsea? Did I say he's guaranteed to come to Chelsea? Did I not say that was only based on if Alvarez wanted to move?
You didn't say it was waffle. I never said.
And did I say it was a guaranteed transfer? Did I say it was done?
This is what's happening on the stream. I'm saying I dip my French fries in ketchup, and you're saying you don't have soda with it. What's that got to do with what I'm saying? Stop listening to respond. Listen to to understand what I'm saying.
What's
And then
soda got to do with this?
you said it's waffle because it's not a quote unquote direct quote. Alvarez to Chelsea is now being reported via Marca, who are even less reliable than Sky Sports. So
first off, it's being reported by a string of Argentinian sources, and second off, I never even said it's a guarantee. I've said it's all dependent on Alvarez. So what are we talking about?
Yes, and that's not something I'm
so,
not.
Okay, so I'm not acting like it's completely confirmed and it's a complete fact.
No, I'm not contending that point. I'm saying you didn't tell Troops you're waffling. It's not directly from like
because he didn't say there's a direct quote and then didn't bring a direct quote.
I never said there was a direct quote. If we actually went back,
But that's what he's asking
8
for.
minutes
Then
ago,
what's the point of even bringing it up?
If you went back 8 minutes ago, I said it's not a direct quote. It's from Sky Cave. I said it from the start.
So then again, there's no point of even bringing it up.
The point of me bringing it up
there's no direct quote. There's no
is the
point.
fact that you use
what did he say about Tomiyasu again, blood? He tried to say Tomiyasu was a fucking left back or something.
He's playing left back for Arsenal, to be fair.
No, he tried. No, he called. No, what did he call him?
He called somebody. He called him something else. Yeah,
he called him something that he wasn't, blood.
Yeah. I can't remember what the again.
I think he said he was a centre back. These times we had him at fucking right back, blood.
Something. I remember he was on TV. because Sky Sports are not as reliable as they used to.
Nah,
be.
they're not. They chat shit certain times.
They used to be gospel. But
yeah.
Now they're not. Now
that social media's coming to it, they're kind of rubbed.
Yeah.
It's like the newspapers. The newspapers used to be 30.
Yeah, they was like the information highway, and now it's like, right, they secondary to everything.
Yeah.
It is what it is. We'll see what happens.
We will.
Lou's gonna be at Marascout in December anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Again, at least I manager out in day one like you.
That's fine.
Big up Aya. He says the EPL is not running a lemonade stand. Corporate companies always think long term. They can take a hit short term. They wouldn't want to give Arsenal, United, and Liverpool an excuse to think Super League long term.
Here the thing is, they are not trying to. They can take a hit short term. Of course they can. It's the Premier League. It's a financial juggernaut. However, people are missing the point. They don't want to. We just seen the numbers in regards to Manchester City and viewing figures just stateside alone. They are one of 6 clubs that can draw those type of numbers. And whilst these two have been arguing and debating, what is another big sell of the Premier League? The Big 6. That is a consistent thing everywhere. So you now lose that. Now it becomes the Big 5. Now it's a whole different rebound. The Big 6
someone just replaces them.
Yeah, someone just replaces City, Newcastle.
But then you have to
Newcastle, Aston Villa.
They need to do something to get that. The only one that got in there was
they need to do something together. What has Spurs done together?
Yeah, Spurs are the only.
Tottenham are in there. They don't fuck all.
I literally just said that Spurs won. Spurs are the exception to the rule, but you have.
And listen, before the Big 6, it was Big 4, and the Premier League still was.
Yeah, it was. But the Big 6 is the global. It was
top 4, and now it's the Big 6.
And the Big 6 is also something people globally look at as well. What are we doing out here? You can't just replace Manchester City or a bit. Spurs.
See here, Deluded just asked the same question I'm asking.
Big up Deluded Chelsea fan.
Again,
he says Enzo gaslighting fans.
Okay, no problem. You know what, Lewis? If that is your point of contention, I accept that. Valid. Happy now? If he comes out in his press conference and said that, now what?
Talk to me then. And again, when did I demand a title race from Pochettino with give the same energy? What are we talking about?
You used his quote from last summer against him 500 times.
Not just that.
All right. We're just going back and forth on the
stuff about patience. There's stuff about at Chelsea we don't need patience. At Chelsea we need to win now.
We want to win. Yeah, exactly.
Patience in match day 3. That was the number one quote.
Wagwan, fam.
Just want to clarify, people. When Hassam was blaming me all last season, when we was arguing and debating and stuff, and shout out to Hassam.
It's always Hassam. I've clocked now. He is the common denominator.
He's the common denominator. He's the problem.
It is him.
He
is the common denominator.
It is, man. In the bloodline, he's the problem. 100%.
A direct quote, bro. That's all I wanted.
These men are arguing. And they can't even hear each other. And they're still arguing. You see what I'm saying?
What a Champions League for Arsenal.
I take man out, pause, and man are still there shouting at a blank screen. Jesus Christ. You know what they say? My mum said to me as a kid that she could put me in a room by myself and I find something to argue with. Nothing in it. This is them two, blood. Big man thing. This is them two, blood. Shout out my little tip.
This season gonna be good, you know.
I'm telling you, blood. Jesus Christ. Hey, podcast is gonna be. I'm gonna be removing, man, every minute, blood. Like, oh my days, blood.
But let's get out.
Big up, my man. You see, look, they can't help themselves, blood. Big up, little Tims.
That was just a funny moment we shared, troops. We did laughing together.
He says, shout out the malnourished brigade. Back to pre-Roman.
Pre-Roman, we were top 4, and I'm asking for top 4 and a trophy. So,
shout out man like Terrence. He says City and Chelsea have a large US fan base, but in terms of global, it's Liverpool with 415 million TV views beating Madrid, Barca, and Man United at
keep this up on the screen. Keep this up on the
Nielsen
screen.
Sports.
Please keep this up on the screen, troops. Guys, can I please just get 10 seconds uninterrupted so I can explain my point? The one that I brought up on the screen was US audience. That's the mistake that I made. Liverpool versus Arsenal from a US audience was the most viewed in 2023. That's my fault. I didn't intend to do that. But I was talking about global audiences. The most watched Premier League games, which I showed Hamza, which I can't fucking find globally, is the Liverpool-Arsenal game. So that's what I said. That's it.
Big up Vision 4K. He says, where's the quote? Stop the count, Lewis.
Up the Chelsea. Up the Chelsea.
Big up Terrence again. He says, Jurgen Klopp farewell saw 70% more TV views than City's 4P at Nielsen Sports. Got you, brother Hussam.
Again, missing the again.
Hey, live Arsenal forever. Big up Terrence.
We are all in agreement that Liverpool, Arsenal, Chelsea, Manchester United are bigger, will draw more than Manchester City. That's never been the argument, not disputing that. Again, I'll repeat this again. They are not trying to lose a valuable asset who can draw those type of numbers. So the NBC numbers that Staffy sent me, the Premier League are not trying to lose someone who can draw 2.12 million or 1.9 million.
But the thing that you're missing is okay, what's the common denominator? I have Liverpool Arsenal on 1.96 and I have City Arsenal on 2.2. What's the common denominator? Arsenal.
But the point that I'm making is you're not trying to lose someone who can draw that. There's 6 clubs, the big 6. They ain't trying to lose that.
No, but I get what Hussam saying. Hussam saying that.
My problem is you're saying City's drawing that.
Because Arsenal are in it, it's not going to have a big viewing.
He's
saying if you replace it with another team against Arsenal,
it won't be this. It won't be the same because
if it's a title game, it will. The only reason Arsenal City, when we lost 5-0, never got them kind of views, blood.
Because it's still been big numbers, though. It still would have been big numbers. It still would have been.
No, but it was nowhere near that, blood.
It wouldn't have been.
Yeah, but if Arsenal and Liverpool happened in March,
knew like, yo, this is not going to be an interesting game. It's not going to be competitive. It's going to be a beatdown. If Arsenal and Man United are in a title race, brother, it's going clear.
Of course, it's going clear. Of course, not disputing that whatsoever.
By the way, this is only US audience. Let's keep.
Yes, I know because we're talking US audience only. But even if we do worldwide, because I've done the Googles, you can see City high on the list. This is the point. There's only a handful of clubs in the Premier League that can generate those type.
They're only high up because of where they are. We're high up because of
who we are. Well, that's the point I'm making because of where they are.
No, but the point I'm making is they can be replaced because same how they crept into it, and same way another team could do the same thing.
A team has to do that though, and everyone in the chat, please keep it clean, no personals.
If you take them out, then someone can creep in.
No, someone can. But you have to wait for that, and they have to go and have success. A Villa or a Newcastle or a Brighton or somebody else has to go and do something of note to get that. Spurs are the only team that have somehow crept in. I don't know how that happened, but Spurs are the only one. But everyone else who's in the big 6 has had some form of success, whether it's more recent or it's over a 10-year period. Like, that's the point I'm making. There's only a handful of clubs that can do that. They're not trying to lose a valued asset, even if it's 5. We'll call them number 5 or number 6. They're not trying to lose value asset number 5 or number 6 when it's so much better than the rest. They're a much better asset than a Newcastle, than an Aston Villa, than a Brighton, etc., etc. That's the point I'm making because of the recent success they've had. This matters. No one else, none of those clubs are drawing 2.12 million.
A bigger asset than Crystal Palace. Well done.
Of course. That's how the but again, you looking at it from your perspective. That's how the Premier. I'm talking from the Premier League's perspective, as I've stated from the jump. They are not trying to
exactly what Aya said is correct. The Premier League is not a lemonade stand. They're thinking long term, not short term.
Okay, cool. When City get found guilty and nothing happens, we'll be here then. When they get slapped on the wrist. All right.
Big up man like Jason. These next 3 are funny, blood. These next 3 are funny. He says, Hussam, you're not allowed Class A drugs in your cuppa. Don't have me cooking you for another load of waffle again.
Bigger Jason, yo.
But watch it.
We'll see
MF
when
said-
Southgate becomes your manager.
This guy's an idiot, yo. Look at this guy, yo. Look at this dude.
I got Kendrick. I'm taking that as a W. Up the Chelsea.
There you go, man.
What does Solomon mean?
He means Somalian.
but
Somalian, he's saying he's
wrong,
calling
innit?
Somalian Kendrick. Even though
Lewis
he's
ain't even
Ethiopian.
Somali, bro.
Yeah, you could have called him the Ethiopian. Yeah, you could have said, yeah.
At least get his region correctly, you fraud.
That's how I know he was trying to cuss. Hey, I'll take the Kendrick. I'll take Kendrick. That
And
works.
then MRB says Lewis put the Zaza down, coming from a Chelsea fan.
Hey, you know what? Just for that, I'm gonna bill it. One sec.
Big up AS2 Skills. He says real clubs: Arsenal, Man United, Liverpool, plastic clubs: Chelsea, City, PSG. I know Lewis is going to come for me, but you can't change this fact.
I ain't gonna come for you for a super job. I'm gonna come for you for saying it's a fact. It ain't a fact. It's your opinion what you think is plastic and what isn't.
I put Chelsea up there now still.
By the way,
I've been in
Flawless,
there
I
for a
checked
minute.
the UK audience. It was Liverpool United. 4.8 million.
No surprise.
Big up Aya. He says, Flawless, unless you've sat in a boardroom or a big corporate company, don't lie to me about corporates caring about taking a short-term hit, which would risk the long-term. Stop waffling.
Okay, it's not waffling. It's off of, again, because people don't like to look at the Premier League. When have they punished the big clubs for anything with any significance? All of our clubs have been found guilty of things. When have they ever significantly dropped a big punishment? When has it ever been of substance? When has anyone got a points deduction? When has anyone ever been relegated? When have these things ever happened? It's a transfer ban. It's a measly fine is the point I'm making. Someone tell me, where's all this trust in it? If you think the Premier League are going to do what the Italian FA did to Juventus, you're crazy. Even if City are found guilty. How come these 115 charges have took so long in the first place? If that's the case, how long was for those in the chat? More homework for you lot because you lot are involved in the show. How long was the Juventus case? I'm guessing this is me guessing. It probably wasn't this long. Probably was wrapped up. When did this 115 charges originally come out? Was it not like 2 years ago? 3 years ago? How long ago was it? It seems like we've been talking about this forever. I'm gonna do my Googles in a sec, but that's my point. 115 charges and nothing has happened in a year and a half. And you lot think the Premier League are going to throw the book at them. All right. Bet.
Big up Key Sean. He says Hussam is underestimating the greed of the league.
There are two sides of the argument here, the Aya school of thought and the Flawless school of thought, and I agree more with the Aya school of thought. Long term is what the Premier League probably think.
Flawless.
Yaga.
Have we got to strike 2 now or strike 3? Because Ten Hag is still here. Ten Hag is still in the building. Ineos have still not pressed the button.
Nope.
But it looks like Mason Greenwood will be leaving.
Oh, I missed that. And he's saying he's going to be leaving definitely. I did miss that. I'm not going to lie.
Apparently, Juve want him, I swear.
Yeah, apparently.
I've heard of report. He's been linked with moves away, but I didn't know.
He has been.
Yeah. I think he'll be moved on anyway, so that's not news to me. Like, that's not a surprise to me, should I say. What club he'll go to, that will be the question. But to PR, Manchester United are not trying to bring him back. They're not trying to bring him back with everything that's going on. Especially Ineos are trying to start well, and bringing him back is just a whole load of unnecessary questions and unnecessary baggage I don't believe they're trying to deal with.
Yeah, I can't lie. When I saw there was rumors of him being in the Jamaica squad, I was panicking because everyone kept asking me, Truth, what's your thoughts? Truth, what's your thoughts?
Yeah,
and I'm like, brother, I deal with the JFF, so it's a bit techie, blood. Like, it's a bit techie, bro. Like,
it is, man. Yeah,
it's techie, bro. Like, that's the one brand that I want to keep, blood. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. That's the one brand where if Jamaica do foolishness, I'm just gonna do the.
Yeah.
I didn't see shit, blood.
Yeah, it's the moral compass. Bro. I get what you're saying.
That's the one brand where, all right, cool, you get me. But yeah, I was panicking. I can't lie.
It's the moral compass, like that, and that's where it stands with the Greenwood thing. So yeah, with Manchester United, I have like the reports of players we've been linked with, etc., etc. I seen Fabrizio tweet about Manchester United looking to get a new left back. Over the moon, because we've needed a new left back. We got linked with the fullback from Bournemouth. I can't pronounce his name. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know too much about him. Is that his name? Yeah, him. So we've been linked to him. But like I said, I'm just over the moon about us, the left back. We also got linked to Inacio, but I think everybody knew we was going to sign centre backs anyway, and I pluralized that. With Varane leaving, we need a centre back, a starting centre back. Even if Varane stayed, we needed centre backs. You mentioned Olise, big fan of Olise as well, but all this stems back to the manager, which then all stems back to Ineos and what I've been saying in regards to pick a style. How are we going to play football? Too often in recent times, why we've been unsuccessful, because the manager has dictated how Manchester United play. We need a Manchester United style, and you pick a manager for said style, and then it makes it easier to then go and recruit players.
Oh, yeah. Southgate is apparently the main target.
Is that what they're saying? I can't believe this. I don't, but I
Me and Susam both said to you,
logically,
Southgate is pulling up to your club. You can stay there in denial all you want.
My denial. Sauce.
You're gonna need a lot of hoodies this season.
I told you, Miguel Delaney.
Yeah? You're gonna need a lot of hoodies this season.
Miguel Delaney, who's been caught lying before and caught being wrong before. You know what I'm saying? Again, stop just looking at Twitter and looking at journalists have to talk about all the work we've done and they've mentioned none of it.
Nah, it's from the Mail Sport.
Yeah, but your source in our first argument was a WhatsApp message. So where do we go from here?
What source? What was the source WhatsApp message?
It's Mail Sport. Here it is. Gareth Southgate is Man United's priority choice to replace Eric Ten Hag.
Yeah, Mail Sport's not reliable either. What are we talking about here?
I don't know if they're reliable. So
they're not reliable.
I saw the guy who wrote the article. I ain't heard him be correct on a lot.
It's exactly
What's his
my
name?
point.
Abdi Rashid. I've never heard that guy's name.
Exactly. Mail Sport's not reliable because I get sent articles and things of this nature, and I take all of it with a pinch of salt. Same way we signed a chief communications officer a couple of days ago, and nobody knew about it. So no one knew we were signing a new chief communications officer.
Do you think Ten Hag's staying there? Because this is taking too long now, blood.
No, I always step.
Because the only manager I look at with the delay, if they're gonna press the button that they're gonna give the position to, is Southgate. Because he's in a Euro tournament. He's in an international tournament. He's an international manager. I don't think there's not anyone else you're linked with in international.
The links have been quiet. So there's two things. The reason why I think he'll be sacked, one, because normally when ownership is taken over of a club, they want their own guy in. So I stand on that. I've said that from the jump. So naturally, even if I think Ten Hag was doing an average job, they would have got rid of him as well.
Miguel Delaney's kind of shit, Hussam. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Exactly the point I'm making, because I know what I'm talking about.
I don't know about the Mail, but I know that he's shit.
He's hit and miss.
Don't he go on Sky Sports?
Always 100% accurate.
Exactly. He's
ain't he the Irish brother?
Is he Irish? I don't know. I just know he's 50-50. And this is the point I'm making.
Is he the Irish brother that goes on Sky Sports? He does the.
By the way, Flawless need to understand something. Me and Troops are not saying 100%. I'm not saying, and I think even Troops is the same. We're not saying 100% United. We're saying it's a possibility. It happens, you know?
See, and that's where I disagree.
And probably, to be fair, a good possibility too. You know,
because of the timing of it, Flawless. Okay. That's why we're looking at it.
The timing,
no.
I hear that, but where I disagree with that is, one, because of what I just stated about ownership and wanting their own guy, and two, who paid the money for De Zerbi? Someone paid that release clause and he left the job. We're the only club left. That's why I think it's De Zerbi. Someone paid the money for him. Same way if it was Southgate. So, for example, I flip this on its head. If someone had paid the England FA a release clause for Southgate, we'd all be sat here talking about, well, it must be Manchester United, so why is it not must De Zerbi? If someone had paid money for a release clause...
Wouldn't De Zerbi have been there by now? What's the delay on De Zerbi?
Yeah, why isn't he there then?
It depends on what's going on. That's my issue with this. I believe that's...
because he's available.
Managerial contracts ain't as techie as player contracts.
They're not as techie as player contracts. Maybe we signed him and there's a delay because something else is going on. Maybe we're announcing it all in one go with everything else that's going on. The same way, like I said, we just announced a few days ago the chief communications officer. Nobody knew about it. Same way when we signed the physio from Arsenal. Nobody knew about it. Same way when we went and got Jason Wilcox. Nobody knew about it. The same way when we went and got Omar Barada. No reports done swiftly type of thing. So personally, I think it is De Zerbi. And like I said, that if we had paid a release clause for Southgate, and someone had paid it and we didn't know who it was, everyone would say it's Manchester United. Someone paid that money for De Zerbi. I actually thought it was AC Milan or Chelsea. I thought they was in the mix alongside us. Chelsea obviously got Enzo. AC Milan got I can't remember the manager they signed. Was it? Can't remember. But yeah, AC Milan as well. So I think it's deserving to us personally.
Have AC Milan gotten a manager already?
That's where they have. I could be wrong. Quote me on that. If it's not, they
I know
still
Napoli got Conte. I don't know who the hell Milan got.
I could be wrong.
Let
I'll
us
check right now
because I'm actually unsure.
Yeah, I check now. I swear they got a new manager, but I could be wrong. I'm literally having a look right now as we speak. Hold up.
Oh, Lopetegui, apparently. No, some people saying no. Some people saying Fonseca. Some people saying not yet. I don't know.
All right, so maybe it's unsure then, because they've got it on here when I'm checking. It's the Stefano Pioli. That's what they've got on here, but I could be wrong. So maybe
Pioli
it's
is the guy that they want to get rid of. So yeah, it means they haven't announced anything.
They haven't announced it yet, so it could be them. But yeah, we'll see in regards to it. But more so, like very much like last week, concerned is the long word. Just very skeptical. The reason why I'm not concerned, because I didn't like Ineos to begin with. They weren't my choice to take over to begin with. Was for these reasons, because I don't know what the delay is. Because everything they've done so far, they've done swiftly, and the Glazers have A-okayed it. So I'm looking at it and going, all right, something's off here. Well, something was off anyway. Like I said, if you want what's best for Manchester United Football Club and then do a deal, the reason why the place is such a mess that you've inherited is because of the people you've done a deal with. That don't sit right with me and hasn't. But I hope to be wrong. But we'll see what go on. But if you're still here, I start the Euros, definitely strike two. Because the Euro starts in 7 days.
Friday.
It's literally next week.
Next Friday.
It's literally next week, the 14th. Yeah. Literally. So there's no reason for him to be here. Or be in charge, I should say, even though he's not here technically.
Ten Hag in. Big up Hamad. He says flawless is Sagonig. I don't know. Flawless is something Premier League doesn't care about the long term over the short term. Premier League is focused on short term goals. That makes sense. Everyone's just clashing flawless on his opinions today, blood. Well, the super chats on.
For real,
Big up Andrew.
You know the crazy part is, Troops. No one can't tell me when the FA threw the book seriously at a big club. They don't do that. They roll over.
Yeah, because no big club has done anything to throw the book at. Like
what? Just go do your Googles. Just go do your Googles. All right, okay. Go do your Googles.
What over the last what 20, 30 years?
Oh, since the inception of the Premier League. Go do your Googles. And you don't think there's a club that have done, and none of the big clubs have done anything in that time. We've been
not to the level of City.
Not to this level, but no, not to the level of City, but done stuff they could have threw the book at him, and they.
Yeah, I told you you've already been punished. We've been punished for something before.
But it wasn't a serious punishment. It's the equivalent of us doing something and someone charging.
Chelsea have gotten three transfers banned, I think.
Oh, wow.
We lost our owner.
And they had to
they froze their books and they sold. Yeah,
big up Roman. I love you, mate.
I'm saying that wasn't even the FA. Was that not government? Or am I wrong, Lewis? Was the government not involved?
Yeah, that was the government.
So it wasn't the FA. The FA didn't freeze their accounts. It was the government that made Roman tell. What are we talking about here? If the government get involved in this, I'd hear it. That Premier League FA. You lot are the same people who have the faith. The United fans who have faith in Ineos. I don't get it. I really don't get it.
Big up Andrew. He says City have been doing everything to delay the case because they know they're banged to rights, the pussios. Big up Eric. He says 115 charges can hold on until Chelsea can challenge.
Trust, one more year. One more year, God willing.
Big up James again. He says Delaney is a diddy, absolute bum, doesn't know his left to his right. If he's your source, just start relying on Mr. Bean.
Take things with a pinch of salt.
Hey, we can only report the news based on what we read.
Delaney shit, I can't lie.
Yeah, and the thing is, Sam, I said that last week. I'm all for having the conversation. I just don't take it as gospel. Let's debate. We can debate.
By the way, me and Brooks as well never said it's gospel.
We're
we're just looking at the timeline.
Yeah,
we're like putting two and two together, and maybe we're getting six.
Yeah, not you, but I've seen United fans in particular will take it as gospel online, not YouTube. But people like, we definitely got like no.
Because you see me, I don't really do a lot of transfer videos unless I see someone talking. Then I'll do a video.
It's good for
rumors. I'm just like,
rumors, and some of the rumors are good to debate because it's like, that's an interesting one. Like that's why I like them. But it's like I don't take
the Onana one. We're gonna talk about that.
That type of thing.
Big up Mamo. He says, shout out to you guys. Enjoy this podcast a lot.
Big up Mamo.
Big up De Niro Dan. He says Southgate equals whatless. He said De Niro must see a yard man, you know.
My God, whatless.
De Niro must see a yard man, you know. Can a man say whatless, dog? I ain't heard that for a long time. It means stupid. Like you have no sense in your head, blood. There's just a gap between your ears.
Fair.
You understand? You have a hole in your head. Where we there? Oh, here we there.
Here we go.
Flawless saying you don't know is fine. You don't have to put in that much energy articulating yourself.
Poke holes in my argument, not what I'm saying. If you wanted to, you could easily have do that. But what I'm saying is correct. So I ask you the question again, and to everyone in the chat, show me when the FA have handed out a significant punishment to a big club in the country. It has never happened because they don't do it. Because it's all about the money. Someone point me to something. Transfer ban for Chelsea. What are we talking about? Sam tried to mention.
I'm trying to remember if the transfer ban was even the FA.
Was it even the FA? Double check that. My man tried to mention Roman Abramovich. That was not the FA. The government got involved. Now, if the government get involved in it, I hear it. If the UEFA get involved or FIFA get involved, I hear it. Okay, then. So it wasn't, again, the FA don't do shit, people, apart from sit back and collect money. That's all they do over here.
Big up man like Joe. He says, big up to Lewis, Free City.
Oh, big up, bro. Shout out Joe Shields.
Lewis.
Oh, up the Chelsea. Up the Chelsea. Free City.
Hussam, you Arabian glory hunter, waste man. Keep Chelsea out of your mouth. One title in 30 years. Humble yourself.
Oh, yeah. Glory hunters my age definitely supported Liverpool. We were hunting Carabao Cup glory. Wow.
And big up LJ Brown, my GG. He says, as much as I want to disagree with him, Flawless is right about the Prem. I really hope you keep Ten Hag or get Southgate. Either one is good for me. Me too as well, blood.
Yeah, I bet you like you do.
Me too as well, fam.
And just to clarify to all the Ten Hag inners, and I say this all the time, notice how ups and rivals talk about Ten Hag. I've not met a rival who is Ten Hag out. Never heard him. Arsenal fan, Chelsea fan, Liverpool fan ever say Ten Hag out. They all Ten Hag in, give him a lifetime contract. But this is the manager you lot want to back.
Big up Ayer again. He says, Flawless, name us one traditional big club with 115 charges and we can talk.
It's never happened. 115 charges has never happened, no. But they don't throw the book at anyone. All you have to do is go on Google and look at what's it called? Breaking the law and breaking the rules, that clubs have done. They never get anything significant. Lewis just mentioned it. The Roman Abramovich thing was the government. The FA don't throw the book at anybody. Who do they punish significantly? Nobody. No big club, I should say.
Arsenal. We've been linked with Amadou Onana, Everton midfielder, defensive midfielder, can play centre mid as well. Apparently, we've just approached them and just asked them about the availability of him. We've had an eye on him for a couple of years now. Pause. My thoughts on it, I'd take him as backup. I wouldn't take him as a starter. I don't think Onana, Odegaard, and Rice is a title winning midfield. I think if you get him as cover, then I think that's a fantastic signing, bro. You get me? I've seen him. The one time I see him kind of look out of his depth was when Kobe battered him up. But other than that,
main event,
I've seen him dominate midfield, bro. You get me? I've always been an admirer of him. As backup, you get me? As someone to replace a Lokonga or a Fabio Vieira or the other bums in the midfield, you get me? Because when you look at Amadou Onana, he's better than all our cover. The only one he's not better than is Jorginho. You get me? If Onana did come into the club, I would maybe start to think that maybe Partey ain't going nowhere. I think that we're probably keeping Partey for another season. Me personally, I would keep Partey for another season. You get me? I think it's handy to have him around. If he don't have to play every game, you get me? But you do. He can play a role. You understand? He can do a job. But I don't really agree with the Onana thing. If it's to go straight into the starting 11, I don't think it improves the team. You get me? I don't think that's gonna get us over the line. I don't think he moves the needle. You get me? That's as cover, no problem with it. You get me? But as a starter, nah. I'm not with it, bro. You get me?
I get that.
When you got like the likes of Bruno Guimaraes on the market,
Yeah,
Newcastle are gonna have to sell someone. You get me?
Yeah.
It's more likely gonna be Bruno than Isak. So if Bruno's available, you go and get Bruno, blood. You get me? 80 million for a Champions League team. I think that's a steal. You get me? Because if you look at the Rice deal, Rice was 100 million because of the English tax. You get me? He has now proved and showed that he is worth the price tag, but Bruno Guimaraes is more in the 100 million bracket. You get me? If you said 80 million for Rice and 100 for Bruno, I don't think no one would complain. I think everyone would be fine with that. You get me? So you get me? If we sign Onana, yeah, just no Partey ain't going nowhere, blood. I think if we sign Bruno, then there's a chance. Huh?
How come that makes you? Oh, because Bruno goes straight into the lineup, whereas Onana, you look more of as a rotational player.
Yeah, and I think it will be, and obviously Jorginho will be ahead of him as well.
Onana's not levels.
Nah, he's cover, bro.
Yeah, I think he's a good player.
Actually, for a cover.
Man, have to remember as well. He's only 22, bro.
Yeah,
so he's nowhere near his peak.
Yeah, he's a good player. I'm surprised you lot have been linked to him because I don't think he fits. Like
that's what I was about to say.
Plays in Arsenal. Don't that he's not a good player. I actually think he is a good player. I'm a fan of I would take him at Manchester United. Do not get mistaken. But obviously that's dependent on style. But he don't really fit what Arsenal are trying to do. The way he plays, I don't know if he's
not like a ball playing midfielder, basically.
Yeah, he's not. I don't think he's technically bad, but
he's different to everything that we've got in the midfield.
That is true. He's more of a
but like
get around and destroy.
15 out of how many? 15 out of 19 teams you're gonna play are probably gonna play a low block against you. 14. I don't know if Onana helps that against like most of the teams that you play against.
At home, it'll be easier. Like for example, like if let's say we had like we got a Madrid on the Tuesday, and then we got a Burnley at home. Well, obviously not a Burnley now. We got a Leicester at home. You could say, all right, cool. Rice, one of you lot. You get me? We got a big game midweek. Have a little rest. Bang. Onana can go in. You get me? You can do a job, blood. When you're winning a game, your couple goes up. You want to bring off like your stronger midfielders. You can bring them off and bring him on as well, blood. You get me? If you get a Bruno goes straight in. Bruno's like 25, 26.
Yeah, but if you pay 60 for Onana, I don't think you're going to pay 80 for Bruno. You think you're going to sign two midfielders?
It can't be 60 for Onana. You're mad.
That's the price tag they're reporting, to be fair.
Yeah, we ain't paying that, blood. That deal ain't happening then. You get me? Because there's no chance you're paying 60 million for Onana. That's 5 million less than Havertz. Are you all right, blood? No way. That's just stupidness. That's
big
just
Eddie.
Huh?
Said big up Killer Kai.
Because how are you going to pay 60 million for Onana when you can put 20 million on top and get flipping Bruno Guimaraes?
Onana, he's like 40 M's. That's the price point I would look at.
Yeah, Onana's like 40, 35.
Yeah.
Everton wants 60, so good luck.
Are they not in FFP trouble? Or am I mistaken?
That's why they want 60, brother.
Yes, it is all it is.
When they're in
like
that trouble,
he's like one of the few sellable assets. Who are they supposed to sell? Like Tarkovsky?
Well, we got linked with Calvert-Lewin.
No way you got linked with Calvert-Lewin.
Yeah, from the mail as well. The same one that linked you to Southgate.
Reliable source.
They have 3 people they want to sell: Calvert-Lewin, Branthwaite, and
Branthwaite.
United are interested in Branthwaite.
Not they want to sell, they can sell. Sorry, like basically for money purposes is what I mean. Those are the 3 assets basically they have in the team.
Yeah,
Calvert-Lewin, Branthwaite, and Onana.
Oh yeah. Oh, that what's it called? Like I said, makes sense. I just don't think it makes sense to go to a better club than Everton. I just don't really think Arsenal, even though I think he'd be an asset. Like
I don't think he's an Arsenal player. That's all I say.
Yeah, he don't fit their style like that. But he may be technically better than I'm thinking, just because I don't really see him showcase it because he's at Everton. Maybe it's one of them where we say, I think technically he's decent on the ball, but to be Arsenal level and what they're trying to do, I think you need a higher level of technical ability. But again, I think he's a good player. I'll take him at Manchester United. I've said this.
That's why
he would actually be a perfect Klopp midfielder.
Yes, he fits. Yes, he fit Liverpool on the clock without to a T.
100%.
Yes, to a T. He is Liverpool for
and that's exactly why I'm shocked Arsenal want him to begin with.
Yeah. I get you.
Something different to put another dimension in the midfield, isn't it?
Yeah. He's more physical and like destroyer and getting around and stuff. But
Like when you're away from home,
yeah.
10 minutes to go, backs against the wall, pause. You can throw him on in the midfield.
But I'm surprised
you're not
looking at someone else who can do that, but is technically better is a Paulino. So I'm surprised you're not linked to him.
Because Paulino's older. He's 22.
Yeah,
Paulino's like 29, 28.
Fair.
You know what I mean? There's a
sometimes you need older players.
And you know, Arteta likes them young, pause, so he can mold them into how he wants to play. You get me?
Because you know what the crazy part is? Paulino, actually, they probably wouldn't be too far apart in price. That's the crazy part as well. He probably wouldn't be.
If you said 60 mil for Paulino, I'd say cool.
Yeah, because I reckon you could put like Fulham would want more, but I think
like 80 last year, so I hear that.
but you could unsettle him.
Yeah, but that was last summer. There's new summer prices now.
Yeah. Yesterday's price, today's price. But if Arsenal went in for Paulino, he's gonna want to leave to join Arsenal, type of thing. So you could potentially get him for cheaper. But it's interesting, though. Interesting. I hope you don't get Onana. I actually think he would be useful for you, lot.
We're gonna keep an eye on it, people. You get me?
You understand?
Isak obviously come out and spoke as well on the rumors. Arsenal and Bayern Munich are both linked with him, but
Bayern Munich,
yeah, but,
Munich they have Harry Kane.
Apparently they're linked with him, bro. You get me? Don't ask me why, but he's basically come out and said that he's happy at Newcastle. He's happy with life. He's not looking to leave the club or anything. But I wouldn't look too much into that, blood. You get me? Rice was saying all of that as well when he was at West Ham, and then we all know how that ended. But I think out of the two, I think it's Bruno that will leave, blood. You get me?
Yeah, but Newcastle want too much money for Isak. That's the problem.
Yeah, they want like 110 mil, bro. That ain't happening.
Yeah.
You get me? 90 mil. Cool. You get me? I don't think 100 mil, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I think the 100 mil thing's it's the English tax thing. You get me? And he ain't English, bud. So you kind of lose a bit of that. You get me? It's true, blood. You get me? Obviously, Isak's the main target, but you understand? It's looking like it's gonna be that Sesko guy.
You reckon you'll get Sesko? You reckon you'll get Benjamin Sesko?
It's looking like
it can happen. Transfer fight with Chelsea.
I think it was Arsenal too, to be honest.
Huh? Really?
Yeah, because like they can offer him more money. They'll be competing for a title immediately. It's the same thing with London that we have. So I'd be surprised. Be really surprised if we end up getting him. And I'm not really too fussed either, regardless, because he's not ready yet. That's another one for the future.
Like I said, I'm all for Benjamin Sesko. I'm all for the move. But I don't think he should be number one. It's a lot like the Onana one. You get me? I think he should be number two. Learn his game behind the main striker. He's 21. You get me? And he's not licking off goals the way Haaland was licking off goals, or even other strikers, blood. You get me? He don't hit the back of the net like that. He probably will in years to come, but right now he's not that prolific striker, and we need that prolific hitman. You get me? If he comes in to replace the other striker, no problem, blood. You get me? Trey can replace the other striker. You understand?
This guy.
You get me?
Who's the other striker? Isak.
You've been on this podcast for nearly a year.
14, bro.
And the man's asking me who the other striker is, blood.
Eddie.
But yeah, not a lot of news on Arsenal. We're just this window's a bit different. Like last year, there was this link, that link, this one, that one. This window's a bit like we're just sitting here waiting, blood. You get me? Because we don't need to do. We do need to do a lot. That's the thing as well. But I think because of the Euros, that's what's kind of delaying things, blood. You get me? So we just continue to wait, people. You understand? Hussam,
big up number 14.
You have
Eddie Bloodclot.
You are about to prepare a substantial offer for some unknown guy that I don't know, because I don't really watch Serie A. Don't know if he's good. He might be a
Who?
baller.
Ederson.
Nah, I know Edison's a baller. Toon Cop Minas.
Coop Miners. He's Ederson's teammate.
Yeah, Cop Myers. You're looking at him as well.
Listen, people in the chat say give Oscar to Sam because I'm pretending I don't know who Ketia is. You guys are such frauds, man.
If that was acting, that was very good acting.
Look, Liverpool currently, like, there is nothing significant happening at my football club. They're waiting on Arnie to get in there so they can make a couple of decisions and shit like that, so he can assess the team and all that shit. So there's truly nothing happening at Liverpool. I mean, Fabrizio reported the interest in Ederson, so I hope it's true. He's a DM that we need, to be fair. And I would love Ederson at Liverpool Football Club. I would absolutely love him. I think he's a fantastic player. He's a baller. We need someone like that because an Ederson McAllister double pivot would be incredible. Those two in the same exact midfield would be unbelievable. And I do believe that eventually they will end up with Ederson. Coop Miners is one of them ones that we've just been linked with 500 times already. But currently Liverpool are sleeping because we're just waiting for slot. I don't know why we're being so patient with transfers and shit, even though we need players. But yeah, it's just typical Liverpool transfer bullshit, to be honest with you.
Reports coming out of Turkey claim that Galatasaray are looking at Mo Salah. Got a year on his contract left. Don't know how
Galatasaray?
Yeah, I don't know how true it is, blood. I don't know how reliable the source is. I'm just seeing shit.
Reports are also coming out of Jordan saying Hussam is interested in Rihanna and Megan Fox and Beyonce.
I heard those reports from a reliable source still.
You're doing the whole monitoring thing.
I'm monitoring. Yeah, I'm monitoring.
Hey, make the offer, fam. You know what I'm saying? The worst that can say.
I'm gonna make an Instagram so I can message Megan Fox.
Yeah, 100%.
DM. Don't ever insult me with these titles. I said Galatasaray and Mo Salah.
Galatasaray for Salah. That's the funniest shit I've heard all week, bro.
No, if Mo Salah's leaving, it's gonna be like Barca, Madrid, Bayern. And if it's not that, it'll probably be Saudi League. It ain't going to be no damn Galatasaray, bro. Please.
About said Ziyech and Salah competing for the right wing spot.
That's what I'm saying. See why it's mad now. See why it's mad. That's exactly why that's mad.
Yeah, if he goes anywhere, it'll be Saudi. Yeah, it won't be to Galatasaray.
What's going on with Diaz? Is he going to end up at Barca?
Inshallah. Inshallah, that guy leaves my club. I would.
PSG as well are interested in it.
Yeah, no problem. I don't give a fuck who we sell him to. I would trade him for Win the Dog tomorrow. Absolute useless. Luis Diaz. Wow, you can dribble. Congratulations. You can have an Oscar for dribbling. You're still not going to be a Liverpool forward.
Yeah, Liverpool's just dead right now, blood.
He want to leave? I hope he leaves. I'm going to be supporting everyone against Colombia and Uruguay.
The England squad was announced. Some big names missed out, boys. I knew Maddison.
More by cussing out Maddison on Twitter.
Yeah. He's absolute. Bro, the man just turned into a literal troll, fam. He posted a picture like by a dartboard.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
Holding violating blood.
That's funny, man. Hey,
I knew Maddison would miss out because he's been kind of shit since he's come back from his injury.
This year he's been poor.
I'm surprised that Grealish missed out. Like, I know Grealish ain't been on good form this year as well. A lot of injuries, but having him on the bench, blood, coming off the bench is a game changer. You get me? I think that's the one. Him and Braithwaite. I'm very surprised that Braithwaite hasn't made it as well.
I was surprised with Maguire, to be honest. Just because how much of a favorite.
Maguire was injured. It was an injury thing. That's the only reason he missed out. Injury.
Yeah, because he would have won.
Yeah. But I am surprised about the Braithwaite one because Gomez is gone. That did surprise me. Everything else, I'm not shocked by. Madison missing out.
So I'll tell you who missed out, yeah? Grealish, Maguire, Maddison, Braithwaite, Trafford, Curtis Jones, and Kwanzaa. There are no Tottenham players in the squad. I repeat, there are 0 Tottenham players in the squad. You fucking pricks.
That's unnecessary.
The squad in full, Dean Henderson, Jordan Pickford, Aaron Ramsdale are the goalkeepers. Defenders, Dunk, Gomez, Gay, Konsa, Shaw, Stones.
Konsa didn't get selected.
Konsa.
Oh, Konsa. Yeah. Okay.
Eric Konsa.
Shaw, Stones, Trippier, Walker.
It's not Eric, it's Ezra.
Midfielders,
My bad.
Trent,
Thought it was Eric.
Gallagher,
Eric.
Maino,
Does he look like an
Wright,
Eric?
Wharton.
Yeah.
Shut up, lad. Trent, Gallagher, Maino, Rice, Wharton, and in forwards, Bellingham. Why have they put Bellingham as a fucking forward, blood?
Why he
I
removed
think
me?
because it's your fault. 'Cause I think because of 10, they class 10s as forwards, not midfielders. That's what it
I
is.
called him Eric Konsa, but it's my fault.
Yeah, I thought that was his name.
It's Esri.
Yeah, we got there.
I said Esri. I didn't say Eric. This
No,
guy's just
Flawless said
I
Eric.
said Eric. I said Eric because I thought it was his
my
name.
bad. My bad.
Yeah,
my
Yeah,
bad.
and then you removed me. There you
Yeah,
go.
you deserve it. You should remove you again.
Jude, Bowen, Eze, Foden, Gordon, Kane, Palmer, Saka, Tone, and Watkins.
Where's Olise?
You're a dick.
French.
This guy's a clown, blood. I swear down, bro.
Just
Fucking
joking,
wallad,
guys.
blood. About where's Olise? Dickhead.
He didn't even make the
fucking
French
Paris.
squad. That's crazy. He didn't even make the French squad.
Yeah,
That's
he's in
wild.
the
No,
Olympics
he
team.
didn't, Zidane is trying to get him to the Olympic squad,
I think he's
Yeah.
already in.
to the
Is he
under
the-
21
is he?
one.
Henry's the manager, not Zidane.
Why did I say Zidane? Yeah, Henry. Sorry, Henry.
Yes,
you know,
yes,
French.
yes. TT,
Yeah.
blood.
You just
Not
you
Zidane.
heard French.
But
Listen up.
Oh, you hungry? Oh, should have ate beforehand. Huh? Yeah.
pause.
There you are.
You lot agree with the squad?
From the preliminary squad, pretty much so. Apart from, I think Bramthwaite should have went, but other than that, I do agree with the squad.
You wouldn't have taken what? You would have dropped. I would have dropped Madison. I wouldn't have dropped Grealish.
So which attacker would you? The problem is the amount of.
I would have.
quality
I'm not
attackers
gonna
you have.
lie.
Who
I
would
would
you have
have.
not took.
I would have dropped Tony.
The sole reason I would have took I take Ivan Toney penalties. Sole reason.
Do you know why? Do you know why? Because you got Palmer.
No. But Palmer's one. But I'm saying late on, extra time. You've made.
Lewis, why didn't you raise your arm up
situation,
when he said Palmer?
and you're
No, I
making
did, but I just
substitutions,
didn't lift the
and you're
eye
going
enough.
to a penalty shootout, and
That's
you
cold,
have
brother.
Ivan Toney on the bench. You're bringing him on. That's why I would
Yeah,
have
but
took.
you're not trying
Ward-Prowse
to.
in the
Yeah, I hear that. But for me, like he hasn't played enough.
Euros were coming. Ballon d'Or
Again,
coming.
I hear that, but I'm so the
And
same way
it's-
I would have
because
took.
remember, he got
Ward-Prowse.
injured when he come. Remember, he was firing, got injured, and then he fell off a cliff, blood.
I hear that, but Grealish gonna play.
Watkins is there. He's a good penalty taker. You got
Yeah.
Kane.
Cool. You can never have enough good penalty takers in your team at a tournament, especially when
London,
you
the
just,
last Euros.
especially when you just lost the last tournament after making substitutions for penalties and lost. You can never have enough good penalty takers. He's one of the best in the squad, arguably the best. I think he's missed one penalty in his career. So yes, I'm saying same way I would have took Ward-Prowse just solely for his set pieces. Wouldn't have started him or played him regularly, but even when they went out with England, was it when they went out to France and Rashford took the free kick in the last minute? Who do you want on that free kick? Ward-Prowse, and you rely on set pieces. To me, that's just common sense. It's just common to take those two, but hey, Southgate for you. But I think the squad out of the preliminary squad he got right, because I would have took a left-footed left back. How can't you find a left-footed left back? That's crazy. Go and play Trippier at fullback. Just because Shaw and Joel are injured. It's like, yo, go locate a left back. But hey,
I'm surprised it's the only two left backs we have.
Yeah.
But I would have brought Ruben as well. I think Ruben got robbed again. But I'm just used to it at this
Not
point.
Oh yeah,
Tomori.
Gallagher. I wouldn't have took Gallagher either.
Not Tomori.
Tomori, yeah, not a bad
over,
shout.
Tomori over Gomez.
You wouldn't have taken Gallagher flawless.
No, would not have taken Gallagher. Just
He's
out
the
there
only
over there.
Henderson type
Sometimes
player.
you need a dog in these games.
He's the only Henderson type player we have.
You see, and that's the problem, right? No other top nation thinks like that. No other top nation
Yeah, I
thinks
can't
the
lie, you
midfielder
guys,
can run around.
It's not
France are
coming
not
home.
like, all right, let me take such and such because he
Sorry.
runs around a lot.
Yeah, they did, but he was just good at it.
Who?
Can't he?
But Kante's quality though.
That's
There's
what I
a
said.
Yeah,
level.
that
you
they
can't
have
compare
players, but
Kante
we-
with
Yeah,
Gallagher.
Obviously,
That's
we
the
got
point.
Henderson.
That's the point
fucking
I'm
Gallagher
making.
now.
Gallagher and Henderson are not quality. You can be a defensive midfielder.
That's just
and be
such
of
a
quality.
Southgate thing to do as well.
Take Conor Gallagher to go out there and run around. How about you keep the ball? How about that would be a help? Then you don't have to run around as much.
I don't
Fact.
think Gallagher's as bad as people think.
Yeah, here we go.
Oh
Here
no.
we go. This is Kai Havertz.
Heard Kuna Lee try and run the exact same BS a few days ago.
Here we go. You know what I'm saying? Kai Havertz and Conor Gallagher. Yeah, bang average. He's bang
like
average.
for me, Gallagher starts.
He's a what with him and Rice in the midfield? Yeah.
Yeah.
And who in the 10? All right, let's hear your 11. Fuck this. Let's hear your 11.
Hear my 11, yeah? All right, let me get the.
No, don't look at the squad.
What made him think Gallagher was so underrated?
Let him get the squad.
All right, so look,
I want to hear your 11. Right. Go on.
So Pickford starts in goal, yeah?
Okay.
Pickford in goal, yeah?
Who's the other goalkeepers? It was Pickford, was it?
Pickford, Henderson, and Rammers.
I actually think Ramsdale's the best keeper out of the three.
He is, but he's not playing, so...
Yeah, no, this is your team, though.
Fellas, let him go flawless. Okay, Pickford in goal.
This is Troopz' team, not what Southgate will pick. You're the manager. What would you pick? Yes, your team out of the squad. Yes, that's what I want to know.
My team. Yeah. So, Pickford in goal.
Mm-hmm.
Right back, Walker.
Okay.
Left back.
Only one, innit?
Left back. Do you know what? Left back, I go Joe Gomez.
Really?
I think he's done well at left back for Liverpool this season. He's literally gone from Ice Spice pause to, you get me? Roberto Gomez, blood. You understand? Joe Gomez starts at left back for me.
Have you got your Union Jack shots on, fam? That's
God save the king. No surrender.
Yo, hey, Troopz is fully in. It's coming home mode. That's what he's in. That just said Roberto Gomez. He is fully involved. You are fully involved in this. You caught up. You got the it's coming home fever. That's what's up. Yeah.
So Walker right back.
Joe Gomez left.
Gomez left back.
Who's that centre backs?
Stones and Konsa.
Okay.
Midfield.
Yeah.
Conor Gallagher.
Dude. Rice. Of course. Rice. Yeah.
Let him.
Who in the 10? Unless you're playing a 6 and 2 8s. I'm guessing it was 4.
Yeah, we're saying a Rice and Gallagher pivot.
Yeah. Pivot. Yeah.
Rice and Gallagher.
Yeah. Okay. Who's in
on
the
10? Right?
Don't pressure him. Let him say it.
On the right, Saka.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
On the left, Foden. In the 10, Jude. Up front, Kane.
Okay.
What's wrong with that?
Gallagher's in the team.
What's up with that? You lot are moving like
I'm putting
Trent
in over Gallagher first off.
Trent,
bro, you see the Trent in midfield thing?
No. I'm not doing Trent in midfield. I'm playing Trent. I'm playing Trent at right back. Let me just clarify.
This is a real question. How are you so short about Gallagher in the midfield? You said he's very underrated. So
that is midfield.
I think because
that is
Gallagher,
a horrible midfield, Joe.
Gallagher can get up and down the pitch. Yeah, you understand? And I think
only way Gallagher could work if you went Trent right back, Troopz. So like he'd be the cover for Trent type thing.
No, but Walker goes up anyway, so he can drop in for Walker.
But then he said Walker.
That mind as well.
But I want to know what makes Gallagher so underrated.
I think he's got incredible work rate. I think he's got a goal in his game. I think
without smiling.
I think he's not as bad at. I don't think he's as bad at passing than you lot think he is. I think his short game needs to improve, but I think he can ping a long ball. I have seen him switch the play.
Lewis is
Am I drowning?
You're drowning. You're on the water, bro. You said passing.
Man said, "Am I drowning? You've drowned already, Habibi."
Gallagher.
No, but I'm not gonna lie.
The work rate and then everything else just.
I'm not gonna lie. I would start Gallagher. I'm not gonna lie. Kobe and Palmer are like my first, are my go-tos. If something's going left, I'd look at them. They're my first. All right, Kobe, come
off the bench.
Come. You lot are first, innit? But I do think that Gallagher should start, blood. I can't lie.
That goes to show where England's midfield problems lie. That Gallagher is a viable option.
Do you know what? I think he's going to surprise people.
Yeah, because the bar's on the floor. So if he plays average, that's a surprise. The bar is on the floor. Like Kai Havertz, the bar's on the floor. So if we expect
all
zero,
right, what would be you lot's midfield?
I would go Rice.
What, Rice and Maino?
I go Rice, Maino. I play Palmer in the 10. I wouldn't play Jude because I think Palmer's a better link-up player. And he's
so you drop Jude?
Line. Yeah, I drop Bellingham, yeah.
I actually would as well, to be honest.
I drop Bellingham.
Wow.
Yeah. Because Bellingham plays more for Madrid as a false 9 and gets goals, where Palmer's a better link-up player. He's better in between the lines. So I would play Rice. It's a much more balanced midfield, number 1. And 2, you're going to keep the ball more with those 3. Rather than Gallagher, Rice, Bellingham, there is 0 ball retention there. You are not keeping the ball there. Whereas with Maino,
and you're
Rice,
not progressing it either, by the way.
Yeah, that is also true. With Maino, Rice, and Palmer, even though it's not the best, even though it's not the best balance, it's a better balance. So I'm playing those 3.
But why don't
Maino will probably be better at tackling too. Gallagher will give you 7 fouls per game.
Maino gives you every
through the middle. Play usual width, because
but I would actually
is where
I'd have the same. My front 3 is the same as yours. My front 3 is the same.
I'll probably change mine over for Trent.
Saka from the right, Foden from the left, Kane up top. That was your front 3, right? Yeah, that's my front 3 as well. Yes, my front 3 is the same. I think that's a bad boy front 4. Palmer, Saka, Foden, Kane is everything. And then you have an Eze off the bench. You have a Gordon off the bench you can stretch the play. I think that'll be important. You're chasing a goal, you have a Bellingham off the bench.
That's why I don't think we need a Tony, because I don't think it goes to an extra time stage if we are not playing a
but it can, but it will.
Obviously, when it's Euros, so it's smaller. Yeah, so from you get to knockouts, you're playing a big hitter.
Yeah, exactly. So like England legit just lost the last Euros on penalties. Why would you not have a penalty specialist in your side?
Don't you think that's because he was defensive? When you look at this squad he's picked, it's not that.
Thank God they lost the last Euros.
The squad, but
it's more attacking this squad.
That squad was super attacking. He just chose to play defensive, and he's going to choose to play defensive again. England play horrible football. I watched them against not the last. Who was the last?
No, but look at the last time we had Henderson. We had Henderson. We had fucking Calvin.
Did you see Trent in that game?
We had all of these bums in the team.
Yeah, but
now these men are kind of.
But the attacking
been replaced.
Good. The attack, because like he brought like it was.
And now he's got no choice but to play the bad boys, because look how the players he's picked.
No, he'll play the cold attacking players. It's the mindset. He's still going to be very Gareth Southgate-esque. That's what it is. He's still going to be very pragmatic and still very defensive, whereas he should just go for it. So the reason why I'd play Tony is because the person in front of Tony, let's say you take Grealish, is not getting that many minutes anyway. Why not take a penalty specialist? Take him. Same way they should have took Ward-Prowse.
Doesn't matter anyway. This is an argument that's pointless because we're not even going to see you, Tony, in this. I'm going to be honest with you. We ain't even going to see him.
No, but you're making my point.
More than likely
I just said that about Tony.
That's the only time you see him.
Whether it's Tony or whoever else.
No, I'm agreeing with you, Flawless. That's what I'm saying. Troops is kind of arguing a player that ain't even going to play type shit. And the same thing with Grealish. I think it was the correct decision to not take him because he's been trashed this season. You get me? And he doesn't offer anything that no one else in this team can offer. Let me tell you my team. I'll go Pickford, Trent right back, Foden, Konsa. This is. Did I say Foden? Stones.
Yeah,
Foden.
I was about to say what is.
Sorry,
inverted left back. Yeah,
I lie.
Listen, the problem is I really like
the Celtics blood.
The problem is okay. Let's start over. Pickford, Trent, Stones, Konsa. Okay. Problem is I liked left-footed left back, so I'm going Saka left back in midfield. The problem is
you're going to.
I knew it was your reaction. Your reaction is going to be like this, but I don't even mean it in a banter way. I'm going Saka.
No, but you're going to take away all that. 1 minute. So
wait, let me tell you the team.
1 minute. You're going to take England's best player, who's been voted England's best player for the last 2 years, England's best player in our last tournament, England's top scorer at our last tournament,
Can I finish?
And you're going to put Bukayo blood clot Saka at left back.
Okay, let me finish, please. I promise you it's not crazy when you hear the rest of the team.
Go
I'm going Pickford, Trent, Konsa, Stones, Saka left back, because you need left-footed left back. In midfield 3, I'm going to go Rice.
What about Luke Shaw?
I'm going to go.
He's not in the squad.
He's not.
He is in the squad.
Is he?
But he's injured.
Yeah.
He's injured. He's injured.
Shaw's in the squad.
I'm going Rice, Bellingham, double pivot because Bellingham's an 8 and he can play in that position. I'm not dropping Jude at all. I'm going Palmer in the 10. I'm going on the left Gordon, on the right Foden, and up top Harry Kane. That's a coldest.
Run through the midfield and attackers again. Sorry, say that again. Sorry, Sam.
I'm going Rice, Bellingham because he could play in the 8. That's a cold double pivot.
Rice, Bellingham.
10 Palmer, right Foden, left Gordon because he is a fucking goal scoring machine as well from that position. And I'm going Kane up top.
It's actually a good team, pretty much so.
Yeah, I actually don't have any disagreements with that. Yeah.
Apart from Saka at left back, that's it. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing.
But think about it logically.
Yeah,
but think about it logically. I wasn't even trolling. I get in the Euros, low-key, left-footed left back is necessary. I'm not
that's why I play Shaw. I didn't think Shaw made the squad.
Over Shaw.
Yeah, but Shaw ain't played all year long.
Yeah,
this doesn't undermine Saka in any way.
This shows he can provide some width. That's fine.
That shows his versatility. Bro,
Shaw made it, you know.
You're going to have a left-hand side of Saka and Gordon. You would destroy teams, bro.
There's no defensive cover there, though.
Yeah, you got Gordon cutting inside. You got Saka overlapping. I see the vision.
Bro, you guys are mocking a crazy.
This guy's moving mad. See,
it's that genius idea, and you guys are mocking it. Saka's a fantastic crosser. He's a high work rate player. He's very versatile, and he's left-footed. Why wouldn't I do that?
Yo,
yeah, I'm playing.
When I come Jordan, yeah, make sure you got that dank there for me, yeah. You understand? The man ain't smoking cigarettes, people. Big man thing. Big up Arthur. He says, big up the panel. Should keep Eddie Nketiah greatest number 14 at Arsenal. Should start for you for years to come. Pussy or guy, bomber club bed. Big up yourself.
Big up Arthur, man.
Next year might be the breakout season.
Big up Ilya. He says, Shout
out Cucurella.
Spanish squad. Oh, is that Cucurella, yeah?
Yeah. Left back. Come on, man.
Big up Jack Raj. He says the Man United fan looks like now it's Doku this week.
That was Doku. I changed my hair. It's Doku.
Blood. Flawless does not.
He don't look like Doku at all.
Flawless does not look like Beetlejuice, bro. Man, crazy. Flawless look like Beetlejuice, blood.
It was Doku. I had my afro out. It was Mo Salah. It's like I don't know what you lot be watching, but big up to you anyway. Go on.
Then he says Hussam pisses.
This is who you're saying he looks like.
Yeah, Beetlejuice. Come on, bro. Then he says Hussam pisses me off. Talks so much shit. Lewis, you're a chill guy. Talks facts. So does the Man U fan. Up the Burnley.
He's
love.
a Burnley fan. Hey, well, big
up. Thank you for looking after Nacho Fofana, my guy.
Essentially spell Dior with an E and enjoy the championship, bitch.
We'll send you another Cobham grad. We got you, bro.
Big up Fromis. He says Hussam, didn't Palmer steal his celeb from Ice today?
Yeah, big up to Trey Young. He's no longer Ice. He's crap though.
When he at Atlanta Hawks.
Yeah, he's still at the Hawks. He's still there.
Yeah, that the other way around.
Bro, when Atlanta Hawks played the Knicks, I was at
yeah, no New Yorker likes him.
Oh,
we was going to smoke this shoot, bro.
Yeah.
They had to get like the security because the way man was on him, bro. Man, them were dashing things at him.
Yeah.
Podcast, bitch. Come back to the city, little nigga. We're gonna whoop your ass over there. Bing bong. I was like, yo, dog, this thing is mad, fam. I'm not gonna lie, blood. Big up my ultras in New York, blood. You know what I'm saying? Nick gang, you understand? But that's it for today, blood. You understand? None of the man them are going live after, innit? Because I checked, blood. And no one's
I might do a watch along later for the England game, but like there's no Chelsea.
Which time is it?
7:45. We got Iceland at home.
Is it?
Yeah, so I might do a watch along for that.
Yeah, I didn't even know. Last time, Lewis, even the last game,
it was
Lewis. I didn't even. It's you that told me. I didn't even know, blood.
Yeah, Lewis put it in the private chat, and I did that watch along, and I regretted it. Like
Lewis is the one who has the shorts on.
I regretted it. Like, well, I was like, it's content. I may even do the England Iceland game, but now I'm not going live till like 6. Probably the United show.
Coming home. Khalas, just give up.
Oh yeah. That's facts. I think we're all aware of that. Apart from Troops, when we see that Gallagher Rice midfield.
Bro, there's nothing wrong with that midfield.
There's a lot wrong with that.
There's a lot wrong with it.
I can't lie, putting Gallagher Rice is worse than Saka left back.
No, it's not.
You know what?
No, it fucking isn't.
I agree. You know what it is? Saka's a better left back than Gallagher is a central midfielder. So I agree with Hassan. Saka's a better left back. Of course, Saka is a better left back. No,
you're going to put the top goal scorer from our last tournament at left back.
Troops, I agree with you. I wouldn't play Saka left back. He was right wing in my team. However, what I'm saying is, Bukayo Saka is a better left back than Conor Gallagher is a central midfielder, without doubt. Without doubt. What are we talking about here? Conor Gallagher. He's bag average. He does nothing special. Covers ground. That's it. Is that what we're doing out here? Marathon runners. All right, bet.
You lot are haters, blood.
Yeah, where the haters, yeah. Ain't no Conor Gallagher.
1 minute.
Go on.
Nah, you lot are saying thing. These lot were saying Monts is live, but Monts ain't live, blood.
Nah, Monts is live in half an hour.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Monts ain't
It's
live.
only Saeed live now.
Yeah, no. All right, say nothing.
Yeah. Normally when you
Gallagher over Bellingham. Oh my days, Troops. No, I put Bellingham's in my team. Flawless dropped Bellingham.
Yeah, I dropped Bellingham.
My team, so it's Gallagher, Rice,
Bellingham.
and then it's what? Saka, Bellingham, Foden, and Kane.
Yeah, your front three is my front three.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Nah, the front three is. Bear in mind, people, don't get mistaken. I rate Bellingham. It's just the fact that I think Palmer's a better 10. That's all. I don't see Bellingham as a 10 like that. That's all.
But big up the man them every time, blood. Make sure you subscribe to the gang. You understand? Link in the description as always, blood. Big up the super chatters. You lot are elite, blood. You understand? Big up the mods, them. You lot know the vibes. Big up the chat as always, blood. You get me? Like, share, comment, and subscribe. We'll be back again on Monday. Monday 4 p.m.
Monday 4 p.m. Yeah.
Yeah, Monday 4 p.m. innit?
Cool.
I swear.
Right, that's cool.
Because from
what?
Euros we're gonna
Monday when?
Monday
4 p.m.
Okay.
Just until the Euros are done, innit? Well, it starts.
And then from Friday will be 1. And then from the Monday, then we gotta switch it.
Yeah, because of
we either go before, so we either go midday or we go.
We could go during, depending on the fixture. Like if it's Romania versus Latvia or something, no one's watching that.
Yeah, facts, but I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah,
Romania and Latvia aren't in the Euros.
Some of the games are dry.
Pick 2 random European.
Yeah, no one ain't trying to watch. No one ain't really trying to watch Turkey versus Czech Republic. Like what we do.
One more for Hussam. Jas Raj, big yourself up, blood. He says, Hussam, calm down. You've won 1 Premier League. Now you have Onslaught, dead manager. Company is better. We will win the league next season. We are coming for you.
Okay, I'm not gonna be a Burnley fan.
Man said they'll win championship.
Yo, is this a record for us? Back again, 2 hours and 40 minutes.
Nah,
maybe that Ham's
won like 3 hours, blood.
Oh, was it 3 hours? Oh yeah,
you had to sound half asleep for the whole last hour.
But look, this is the thing. With
everyone, we would not last this long.
Pause.
Pause.
But the thing is, this didn't even feel like 2 hours and 39 because it's us lot. If you added Hamza to this will feel like 10 hours, blood. It'll feel like that
on the Chelsea section.
Yeah, bro. It'll feel like that fucking League Gunner stream.
Let's have it right
9 hours, blood.
Shout out League Gunner, man.
You understand? Shout out,
big up Lee.
But yeah, you don't know the vibes. We'll be back again on Monday. Enjoy your weekend. And yeah, up the gun, blood.
Watch out.